Welcome to the Samwelb B12 experience,
where we have you covered for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Blue Jays, and more. Argos. Make sure to subscribe today.
Hi, I'm Kate Burness, and you're watching the Samwelb B12 experience.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. You know what day it is. It is football day. The Canadian Football League is going at it, and boy, do we have a finish in Montreal right now. The Edmonton Elks are up over Montreal 23-22 with 1 second left to go. Edmonton is going to pick up their second win of the year. Way to go, Elks, beating Montreal. That is huge. Montreal in a bit of a slide, but welcoming everybody. Thank you so much. Brendan, what's up? Beverly, hello there. Dallas, what's up? Kathleen, hello there. Major, what's going on? Welcome in everyone. Brandon, how's it going? Welcome in McNally. Nason, how's it going? Good to have you along for the ride. We have an incredible Week 10 matchup here. The Argonauts and the Redblacks going toe-to-toe yet again. The Toronto Argonauts looking to pick things up and get going. It's been a fun week of football, which started yesterday. Of course, the Hamilton Ticats being defeated by the BC Lions 41-38 in overtime. That one ends up tied up after 4 quarters, goes to OT. BC puts up the three-pointer. They get the win, and right now Edmonton is about to beat Montreal. And we got a flag on the play at the last play, but it's going to be all said and done. Edmonton defeats Montreal. I can't believe it. I'm in shock right now. Are you kidding me? Wow, unreal. Way to go. Oh my God, this is Saturday. It's Saturday. Thank you, Major. I appreciate it. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. Edmonton has just defeated Montreal. This is spectacular. Now, going into this week, it is always favorable to look at the standings and see where everyone sits. Hamilton right now, they are in top spot over Montreal, 12 points. Montreal can't catch them. They're in second with 10. Toronto and Ottawa, they are tied at 4 points. So this is a huge game. So important to determine who is going to be last place in the East. Toronto did beat Ottawa earlier this season. In the West, Saskatchewan is up 4 points over Calgary. They are in top spot. Calgary in second. Winnipeg 2 points behind them, tied with BC. And of course, Edmonton picking up their second win. So that is huge. Way to go, Edmonton. We are always so happy when Edmonton picks up the victory. But like I said, we are here today for the Toronto Argonauts and the Ottawa Redblacks, live from BMO Stadium, downtown Toronto, where the CNE, I believe, is open. The CNE in full effect. It's hard to believe that the CNE is back. We're that time of year already where the Canadian National Exhibition is open and rolling along. The 15th, I'm seeing all these videos come up, so I guess it's all the people prepping and getting ready, but the 15th is when it opens for the public. Unbelievable. Hard to believe it's that time of year. It's now 3 o'clock. That means it's time for the Argos and the Redblacks to go toe-to-toe. Who's going to come out on top? It's Saturday for you, but it's 7 a.m. Sunday morning for you. That's right, Kathleen, you're from the future. You know what's happening before it happens. Oh, aren't time zones a wonderful thing? But welcome in, Smurfy. How's it going? Welcome in, everybody. We are going to have a good time. We're going to see what this crowd is like. Now, I don't know where it's like where you are from, where you're living, but right now in Toronto, it is hot. It is red hot. It's an absolute scorcher out there across the city. So hopefully the folks that go to the game today, if you are there and you're tuning in to listen, make sure you got your sunscreen on. Make sure you have some kind of shade protection because it is going to be hot. Oh, but we can't see. This is a hugely important matchup between these two teams, and hopefully Toronto can do it. and come out on top. DeMonte Coxey, what a season he's having. 774 total yards, 6 TDs, second in the league in yards. He has been a target, and he has been an absolute monster for the Argonauts. He's going to have to step up and have another big game. Drew Brown is going to get the ball here for Ottawa. Drew Brown, he's on the field warming up right now, and he's going to try and lead Ottawa to pick up another victory, but the Argonauts are here to stand in their way, and they're going to look to stop it. The Argonauts, when they are successful, they are moving the ball not just in the air, but on the ground, and that makes a huge difference. You got to put the ball on the ground. You got to run it. You got to pick up some running yards. They're not picking up a ton of rushing yards every game, but if they can pick up 80 to 100 to 150, that's a good outing. And I mean, that's not a lot of rushing yards, but they got to keep putting it in. And what that running game does is it totally mixes up the defense. Right now, coming into a matchup against Toronto, all the team's defenses know they're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball. Kelly is not yet returning. He's still on the IR. So the Argonauts, they are going to throw the ball, and teams know this. So what does that mean? Well, it means their defense can play further back and anticipate the throw and the catches. They also can rush the quarterback. And this is something where Toronto has had a hard time doing, defending that blitz. When those guys are coming in fast, they're forcing passes, they're tipping balls. They're really kind of making a mess of the Argos offense. So the Argonauts have to hold that line solid, and they got to put it down to run it. Argos need, that's right, John, that is right. They need to keep the playoff hope alive. The good news, and by the way, it's Arbuckle, if I didn't mention it, Arbuckle getting the ball for Toronto. When you put the ball down and you can run it, when you're in the East, all you have to do is not finish in last place, right? The odds are good you're going to make that final playoff spot if you just do not finish in last place. Obviously, we'd love to see Toronto climb up those standings. They have not had a great season. They have had some good games, and they've lost a number of games in the final few minutes as well, which hurts when you're trying to build that confidence. Now, the last game, I think Toronto, they put up some points. They moved the ball well. They, didn't necessarily go the way they wanted it to go, and that's been the story week after week after week with this Argonauts team, where they find the end zone, but they're not able to get it done. A loss last week to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, 40-31. Winnipeg had a dominant first half last week, and then Toronto had a pretty strong second half, but it just wasn't enough. They couldn't get it done. And the week before that, it was the reverse. Toronto put a whooping on Winnipeg, and then Winnipeg got their revenge. So Toronto is finding the end zone, right? They're getting things done that way, but it's going to be tough for them. The week before, when I said they beat Winnipeg, they won 31-17. So big points there. Against Montreal, they lost by 1 point at the end, 26-25. They were playing a really, really good game there, and they just couldn't hold it together. If we go all the way back to week 5, Toronto and Hamilton lay the smackdown on them, and Toronto really was embarrassed in that football game. But they got to find their way. When we look back to June 29th, that was the last time Toronto and Ottawa got together. And what happened in that game is Toronto won 29-16. Arbuckle passed for 269 yards. He's going to want to do something similar today. We're going to keep an eye and see what this Argonauts squad can do. Of course, we'll get all the stats for you. We'll keep you up to date, play by play as we go. It's going to be a good one. And we got a little ceremony here, the all-time Argos. We're getting a little all-time Argo ceremony before this game, which is always nice to see. Kicking it off with Nick Volpe. Nick Volpe, longtime Argonaut, and even after his playing days, continued to have a lot to do with the organization. So Nick Volpe, he is being honored here. We're going to see who else they mention in this little ceremony before the game. Kelly out 6 more games. Yeah, John, that number, remember, he was originally supposed to come back in, I think, week 5 or 6, and then week 9, and now it's pushed back again. So I'll be honest with you, John, I don't think he's going to be returning this season, which is very, very unfortunate. So there are Nick Volpe's children coming on to celebrate. Michael Pinball Clemens on the field to greet him. Pinner, what a guy he is. Hugs for the Nick Volpe family. So great to see. Hey, Stefan, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you're doing well. So this is the official induction. I wasn't sure if it would just be one or if there'd be more, but Nick Volpe getting the official induction as an all-time Argo. Daryl Mookie Mitchell there. Paul Mazzotti is there. My boy, Paul Mazzotti. Love my Mazzots. I got the jersey just over there. Mookie Mitchell. Oh, he was so good. So good. Listen, Mook's put on a little bit of weight. Mazzotti looks like he could still play today. It's awesome to see these guys after their career in such good playing shape. Such good condition. Not necessarily playing shape. And of course, Pinner. Man, Mike Pinball Clemens, what a career he had. Now GM of the Toronto Argonauts, making the introduction. Hunter, how's it going? Why don't you watch NFL? I do watch a little bit, but I'm more of a Canadian football fan, to be honest. Claire, what's going on? Redblacks, go Redblacks. We'll see what they can do. And of course, Hunter, we'll have some NFL action coming up after the preseason. Once they get things set up and going. Preseason NFL football is kind of meh. There's big celebration, big honor for Nick Volpe. Who are we going to get next? Chris Schultz, Schultzy getting the inductee as an all-time Argo. Chris Schultz. I mean, Chris Schultz was a great player. He was a phenomenal player himself. Hey, Nicholas, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm doing great. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Mega, what's up? Welcome in. Good to see you. Bought a new car, sold the house, moved to Newfoundland, landed a house officially October 30th. There you go. Just in time for Halloween, Stefan. You're going to have to get there and get all decked out. So Nick Volpe, or Chris Schultz, did pass away just a couple of years ago. He was on the TSN panel for some time, but here he is, Chris Schultz, an all-time Argo. So that's awesome. Good for him. His family going to come out, receive a nice framed print there, nice framed photo from Pinball. Hugs all around. Of course, the blue and white faithful applauding. Love to see that. Hey, John, what's going on? Welcome in. You'll dress up as an Ontarian. That's awesome, Stefan. They're going to take some more photos. You got Nick Volpe, Chris Schultz, both inducted as all-time Argos. So good to see. Really, really good to see, actually. And much deserved. Much deserved. Of course, they're playing the Hall of Fame song. A couple of words here from the Nick Schultz family, Chris Schultz family. So always so nice to recognize some of the great Argonauts from the past. Of course, we all grew up with our own generation of football and our own generation of a team. For me, it was the Pinballs, the Mazzottis, the Doug Flutys, those guys when I was younger. And then, of course, as I got older, the Mike O'Sheas, the Orlando Steinauers, the Kevin Ibens, the Damon Allen. Those were the guys in my, a little bit later on that I really got to enjoy playing. So nice to see them being honored here today. Always good to see new all-time Argos being inducted. We are a few minutes away from kickoff as they go through these introductions as the new all-time Argos going to get inscribed up on the big board. Argos fans are on their feet. Very, very nice. Nice to see. All right, so those are going to be the two. They're going to commercial break. When they return, it's going to be time to get this game underway. Again, it's a battle for the basement of the Eastern Division. The Argonauts, Toronto Argonauts, Ottawa Redblacks, each with a 2-6 record. Now, if you're not a huge CFL fan, but you kind of check in from time to time, you will have seen that The Edmonton Elks over in the West Division have not been having the best season yet again. We've had a lot of Edmonton fans coming into the chat and expressing some of their frustrations. Well, they pulled off what we thought would be impossible today. The Edmonton Elks, they have defeated the Montreal Alouettes. Yeah, Mega. So Chris Schultz, he was with the TSN panel for a long time. Schultz, he was on the panel for a very long time. So that is the correct Chris Schultz that you are thinking of there. But nice to see. Always good to see. I didn't realize they were doing the all-time Argos inductions today. And I'll be honest, I actually thought Nick Volpe was inducted a long time ago. He's been something special for this organization for many, many, many years. So nice to see him get that honor. You miss him. Yeah, Mega, he had a real good breakdown. He was so intelligent, so knowledgeable about the game. First of all, he was a great player on his own, but he was so knowledgeable, a great personality, very funny, and he had that deep voice, a real commanding voice. When you heard him speak, you knew exactly who it was that was there and speaking. So nice honor for him. Real nice. And now it's time we get this football game underway. Can the Argonauts stay alive? Can they win this one? This will be an absolute monster game. Now, if you're just tuning in for the first time, if you're here and never been with us before, make sure you hit that like button. It's so important. Hit that like button. Hit that follow or subscribe, depending where you're watching, because that really helps us out tremendously. We don't want you to miss any action at all. Coming up tomorrow here on the channel, we will have the final game of the Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers. That's going to be a 4:30 start. So tomorrow afternoon, some Blue Jays action, and that should be a real good game, real good series. But I just can't stay up so late. Just can't stay up so late these days. Ozzy would have made a great Chris Schultz, but Chris did have an amazing voice. Yeah, it really did, Ozzy. He really did. And the thing I liked about Schultz, and you know, when you get some of these guys on the panels, when their chemistry is right, it's really funny. Sometimes they try to make jokes or they try to lighten it up, and it's a little uncomfortable, or not uncomfortable, but it just doesn't vibe. It just doesn't work. But when you get Schultz in there, everybody listens, and he did a really good job. Football fans, you like hockey? Yeah, John. Listen, hockey's my number one sport, no doubt. Big fan of hockey, and I cannot wait. We've been starting to build out our hockey streams or our hockey sets. We're getting everything ready for the Maple Leafs and the NHL to kick off. Of course, preseason is, oh boy, like a month away. And of course, the NHL kicks off October 7th and 8th will be our first couple of streams. All right. Here we go. Let's get set. Let's get ready to rock. The ceremonies are done. It's time to get BMO Field rocking here in downtown Toronto. Stefan, you're too kind. You're too kind. Drew Brown going to get the ball for Ottawa. He's going to look to have a big game today. He needs to bring this team up. Nick Arbuckle for the Argonauts. He's going to try and get it going. Second in the CFL with passing yards, which is actually a surprise to me. You're second in passing yards, but yet your team only has 2 wins all year. Shows you how close the Argonauts have been in a number of games they have played this year. But it's time to put this ball in action. It's time to get this one going. This is so important because if the Argonauts win today, they sweep both games over Ottawa so far and puts himself in a good tiebreak position. So Jerry Grant is on. He's back to receive. The Argos are going to get first crack here this afternoon. It is super bright outside, real bright outside. And we'll see, will the heat have any kind of impact on the players here today? So Ward is getting back. He is getting ready to kick. It's time to go. Here we are. Ottawa putting this ball in the air. Jerry and Grant back to receive. And here we go to the 30, the 35, the 40. Grant going to bring it back to about the 44 before getting brought down. The Argonauts going to have some nice field position to get things started. And here comes the buckle. Nick Arbuckle, he has a 2 for 6 record, a 69% completion record, but 202,334 yards. Pretty nice. 13 TDs, 9 interceptions. Would like to get that interception number brought way down. There we go. Toronto at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. Let's see what they run out of the gate. Are they going to pass or are they going to run? Motion has starting. There they go. A little crisscross. Oh, nice little move. A run out of the gate. Here they come. He's in shorts? In shorts? What? Herslow. Nice little play. The quarterback takes the snap, and what he did, he takes the snap and he kind of just tossed it. A little flip up in the air. Herslow grabs it and he cuts the corner. A nice little run there, and he's actually wearing shorts. He's got the football pants rolled up, the bare legs. Wow, we haven't seen that. There's a few of the Ottawa players in the bare legs as well, but that's not something you see a lot of these days. It kind of caught me off guard. But Herslow with a nice little run there. That was a little flip play. A catch is 10 yards. It is a first down, Toronto. Right away, there's an Ottawa player who has to be helped off the field. Wow. So Liang is going to be helped off the field. He's going to sit down. 30 degrees is the reported weather. If I caught that right. So 1st and 10, Toronto moves up to the 54. Almost at midfield. Let's get it going again. Here we go, back to pass motion. There's another handoff, fakes it, gonna throw this one, going backwards, now forwards, over the line of scrimmage, to the 50, to the first down and more, and the Argos gonna go out of bounds. A little trickery on the play. I like it, I like it, I like how they ran that. That was quite interesting. Nice move here, again, Arbuckle fakes the handoff, comes back, a little throw up, and going to run this one. McMahon going to bring up the first down and more. 14 yards on the run. Now we're talking. There we go. Again, running the ball twice here. Good job, Argos. Real nice start. Now I expect them to throw the ball. 2 running plays. I expect them to throw that ball. And we got another Ottawa player down. Henderson, number 4, he's down on his right side and some serious discomfort. The trainers are there talking to him. They're going to go to a commercial break. They're going to go over to a break here, but that is a unfortunate play to start this game up. Hopefully he is okay, but just a couple of plays to get a couple players down and out. So very unusual start here, but they're going to go to that commercial. Hopefully they'll get him up and he'll be okay. Oh yeah, take care of your ankle, Mega. Take care of those ankles. Take care of those. It's 23 degrees there. Oh, that's nice. 23 is nice and cool. I could take that. Once you start getting over 30 and that humidity adds in, it gets super duper duper hot. But it's nice. I think it was supposed to rain here yesterday. It didn't actually rain, but hey, that's okay. So yikes, couple injured Redblacks right off the hop. And hopefully they're okay. We know there was a major injury in the Cowboys game last night, and we hope that everybody is okay there. You know, whenever there's a head or neck injury, it certainly, gets a little scary, but you're hoping, and we're hoping, that everybody indeed is okay in that incident from the Cowboys game last night. So that was a scary moment. This didn't look so scary, but I'd love to know what exactly happened. We didn't actually catch it in the initial going. All right, we're getting back at it here. Playoff fact, last 2-7 team to make the playoffs was Montreal in 2-14. Ottawa started 2-6-1 in 2017. So hopefully Toronto can pick this one up. It's only been a couple of plays here, but I like the variety in what they are doing. Some good play calling here, which is something I have not been a fan of, and I've been very vocal about the play calling of the Argonauts. Let's see what they do here. In shotgun again, back to pass. Behind the line of scrimmage, throwing it up. Nice defensive effort, but Toronto blocks it, and they pick up about 6 yards on the toss. Nice little run there. Is that Meidel that make the catch? So a nice little run. We'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, yeah, Kathleen, the temperatures are all over the place. It's absolutely wild. It is. Meidel makes the catch. It'll be second down for Toronto. Again, they haven't gone anything deep. Everything, it really has been behind the line of scrimmage so far today. Calling back the motion. There's some confusion at the line. Now they go. There's the snap. Back to pass. Arbuckle looking deep over the top. Going to pick up the first down. A little outlet pass to McMahon. Nice run, and he's going to be about the 35. So working it downfield. Good play call. He had me faked out. Everybody thought he was going deep. It was a little over-the-top pass. Gets it over the line, and he didn't get it overly high. This is something you need to be careful of, Arbuckle. Last game against Winnipeg, you had a lot of tip balls. You got to get a little more arch here, but McMahon with the nice pickup and a first down. So to the Ottawa 28, Toronto systematically working downfield, mixing up the plays. I like what I'm seeing right now. Really like what I'm seeing. Good work here by the Argonauts. Back to pass, 1st and 10, Arbuckle. This time he goes behind the line of scrimmage again, a little throw out. They get back up, a hard collision there. And Lamont able to pick up just 1 or 2, so not a lot. So the first time in this series, Toronto is going to be second in about 8 or 9 yards. So again, they're going to short yardage plays. It'll be 2nd and 8. A lot of short yardage plays. The Argonauts really need to pick things up here and get going. Do us a favor, by the way, if you haven't shared out the stream, make sure you hit that share button. Share us out. Here we go. Back to pass. There it is. Fakes the handoff. Doesn't bite. Going deep over the top of man to the end zone. Touchdown, Argos! Touchdown, Argos! The Toronto Argonauts with the TD over the top. What a play. And of course, our touchdown animation says, I don't want to work. There we go. Touchdown, Argos. Brissett is going to haul this one in. Oh, touchdown. There we go. Over the top, 26 yards. Beautiful toss. That was huge. 26-yard catch by Brissett. They're going for the extra point. That one is up. It's through the uprights, and it's good. 7-0 Argos to start this game. That's the way. We like it. They're going to go to commercial break as the Argonauts go up 7-0. Big time play. Big time play. So good job, Argos. And again, good play calling. I said it earlier. I've been a little harsh on the Argonauts play calling over this season so far. And right now that was perfect. Arbuckle goes 6 for 6, picking up 67 yards. Phenomenal. Just a great play. 67 passing yards. They don't count any as rushing yards because technically it wasn't an actual handoff. They were kind of passed behind the line of scrimmage, or it was a tossed ball to the back. Nothing officially handed over, but it took them about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to run through 4 first downs they had on that drive. And I hate to tell you, it doesn't get much better than that. Brissett had a 26-yard reception, McMahon 25 yards, Herslaw 10 yards. It really was a team effort. So that was sweet. That was absolutely sweet. Evolution Ice, Big 10 minutes. Talking about the mountains. Nice. Happy early birthday to John. Very nice, John. Happy early birthday to you as well. We won't be live on Monday. We'll be live tomorrow and possibly later in the week. So big time touchdown. There it is. Brendan dropping those in. Brendan, nice. Sweet. Love it. Love it. Good rush here by the Argonauts. Great series. I mean, Arbuckle just doing everything. And I think our channel is dead. Nothing. So great play. Great job, Brissett. Brissett just breaks free. And a great aerial pass. I mean, picture perfect, all alone. That was phenomenal. Phenomenal. 7-0. Arbuckle going 6 for 6 in that series. Let's see what Ottawa does in the return. And the kick goes over the head of the receiver into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback as Ottawa drops a knee to the turf. Toronto picks up the single point. The famous CFL single point, and it's now 8-0. Toronto, Ottawa will come out to, is it the 30 or the 40-yard line? I think it's the 30, where they will start. Drew Brown is going to come out at the helm. He's got 1,300 yards this season, 72% completion percentage. So it is the 40. Ottawa out to the 40 after giving up the CFL single point. Love that single point. All right, Ottawa with the ball. Let's see what Drew's going to do. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff, back to pass over the top, picks up 5, 10, 15. Nice little run there. First down to Hardy. Hardy makes that catch, and he's going to run it through. Hardy is definitely the bright spot on a very difficult Ottawa team, a struggling Ottawa team. Hardy, man, he is a phenomenal player. So Brown completes that pass. They run it up for 15 yards. Nice job, Ottawa. Brown looking. They're going to regroup at the line. It's actually loud here in Toronto. The crowd making a ton of noise. Back to snap. Going to pass behind the line of scrimmage. Trying to run this up. Can they get there? They do get to the line of scrimmage. Pick up, though, maybe only 1 yard before Addison is taken down. It's going to be 2nd and 9 here for Ottawa. Good job on the Argonauts defense. Hey, Nick, what's going on? Welcome in. Watching that NFL preseason football. Hey, Joe, welcome. You get a point for kicking a touchback. That's right, Joe. The CFL, if you kick it through the end zone or it's in the end zone, a guy kneels, you pick up the single point. It's a little incentive to not let that situation happen. Back to pass, Ottawa. They're going deep, and this is going to be caught. First down and more to the Argonauts 30. Great pass. Great deep pass. That one had the Toronto defense beat. And it's a first down, Ottawa. 24-yard pickup on that one, as they're now moving into the danger zone. About the Argonaut 22, if I have to guess. We'll see where it's recorded, but a nice throw and an easy catch here as White hauls that one in. So it's going to be the Toronto 31. Come on, defense. Let's go. Drew, back to pass. He's going to hand this one off. Run it up the middle. Argos say, no way, Jose. They're going to stop that one. It's going to get blown down due to the stop of forward motion. Good job. Kevin Iben and Jason Shivers, the defensive coordinators for the Argonauts. Two phenomenal players in their time. Big fan of Kevin Iben personally. Ottawa set. Let's see what they do this time. 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Motion is gone. Here comes the run. A little toss over the top. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Maybe a couple more. And the Argos D is going to stop them, so Ottawa is going to be frozen. They're going to have to put this one up and kick a field goal. They should be. They're definitely in field goal range, but they're going to have to settle for the 3, and we'll see what they do. 3rd and 8. Lots of football left to go, so no panic for Ottawa. Couple nice passes. Field goal unit comes on. They're getting set. Lewis Ward. He's 20 for 25 on the air. His longest is 50. About 7:45 to go. It's a 35-yard kick, and he misses it. He pooched it. Grant is going to receive it. He's going to kneel. No, he's going to run. Tried to fake him out. Now he gets taken down in the end zone. So Ottawa picks up the single point. A missed field goal. Oh my goodness. Things going, to a bad place. Yikes. Ooh. Not a good spot there. Not a good series. As Ottawa looking to pick up 3, they only come away with a single point. Wow. So the Argonauts will get the ball back. Let's see if they can do it again. Their first series was easy. Hey, Mark, what's going on? Argos' favorite team. Go to win. Let's see if they can pull it out, Mark. Let's see if they can get this one going. For those that are just coming in, welcome in. Thanks for joining us here on a Saturday afternoon. We know there's lots going on, but we appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us here today. Argonauts with a big game. Of course, we got the Blue Jays tomorrow. Should be a whole lot of fun. What if the Toronto runner just left the ball in the end zone? So if you can't, because you don't want Ottawa to recover. You don't want to turn it over and get a touchdown. So either way, you either run it out. If you let it go through the end zone, it's a single. If you get it down in the end zone, it's a single. If you run it out, the issue happens is if you run it out, and you still have to kick it off. But no, if you run it out and you get tackled, you don't want to start with bad field position. So he had to try. I understand what Grant was trying to do. He was trying to sucker everybody in, and then if he could cut the corner, try to go back all the way for a return. But no dice, missed field goal, single point. Wow. So little bit of a surprise there. Little bit of a surprise there. So they're kind of highlighting Coxie right now. 15 catches, 332 yards, 3 TDs in his last 2 games. He has been a huge target for Arbuckle, and he really has been bringing things along. He's been playing great football. And here we go, Arbuckle can hand it off. A little bit of a glitch there on the handoff. They're going to lose, I think, 1, maybe 2, depending on the spot here. Wow. Yes, it is still live. It is still live. So holy smokes. Coxie has been a superstar for this team. And again, he's been great. Arbuckle, second in the league in yards, but just can't get things done. Florida Park Explorers in the house. What's up, brother? Hopefully you are back and getting some rest. Arbuckle back to pass, going for a first down, completed. The catch was over the first down marker, forced back is Brissett. But that should be a first down, Argos. 6.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Toronto getting it up to the 50-yard line. Nice pass by Arbuckle here. Real nice pass. Just throwing this one across. He's looking good. 8-1 is a score. To the Toronto 51, almost up to midfield. First and 10. Let's see what they do now. They've really been mixing it up, which is what we talked about in the pregame. Gonna curl this, Jerry. Gonna sweep this one across. Was that Grant running this one up? Going nappy. Happy nappy. So good job here. Yeah, Mega, I'm with you there. I really hope not. So far, he's looking great, though. But we've seen this song and dance before, right? The second half is very different ball game. 2nd and 5 here for Toronto. Setting it up right just about midfield. There goes the motion. Arbuckle back to pass. He's looking. Going to throw it over the middle. Nice little reception. Trying to get up there. But McMahon is going to get stopped. It's going to be 3rd down. I believe this is the first Toronto 3rd down. Is it going to be close? Depends on where this mark is. So it's going to be 3rd and 3. So they don't get a good spot. So chances are they're going to kick this one away. Too far for a field goal attempt. No, hang on. Arbuckle's staying in. Oh, now they're going to pull him to the sideline. We do have an injured Ottawa, the third injured Red Black player, down on a knee. So Haggerty is going to come in. Now, again, same rule holds true on a kickoff. If you punt the ball and it goes through the end zone, it is a single point. Haggerty has a bomb for a leg. He can really launch this. So let's see if he's going to put it in the end zone or if he's going to try and pin them real low. So Haggerty back. There it is. The kick is launched. Took a little off. It's going to go to about the Ottawa 5. Nice catch. Here comes the rest of the Argo team. They can't get him down. Ottawa turning the corner, getting up to the 20. Flag is down, and he's brought out of bounds. Casey going to come make the knock. So they're going to go to commercial break. As they change this one around, the Argonauts had to punt it away, and Ottawa going to be pinned back at about their 20. It's going to depend on where what this penalty is will determine the exact field position. No, just one field goal, John. They scored just one touchdown and then a single point. So one touchdown and a single point. I think that Kachuk should go for off-season surgery. If he does, he's going to miss the first 2 to 3 months of the season. It's such a tough call, Nick. It's such a tough call. And it's so hard to take a player today and tell them to do that. He wants to play. He wants to get in there. It's very difficult. Do I think he should? Personally, yes. I mean, if he can get it done and, only miss the first half and get back, Christmas time, I think that's a risk you got to take, in my opinion. I really do. Hey, what's going on? Argos fan in the house. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Argos off to a nice start here. We got a penalty. We're waiting to see what the outcome is going to be. What is that penalty going to be? It's Landon. Oh, hey, Landon. Hope you're off to a nice weekend. Victoria, hello there. Welcome in. So give us, what is this penalty going to be? I'm very curious. Very curious to see. So penalty is a hold on Ottawa, 5 yards. So that's going to move it backwards. So this moves Ottawa back to their own 5-yard line. So real good opportunity here for Toronto if they can get some defensive stops. So a lot of confusion again at the line. The snap is going to come right back to the goal line. It's going to be handed off. They're going to run this one up, but nothing doing. Good defensive stop. So it'll be 2nd and 10, maybe even a loss of 1. We'll see where they're going to spot it. Drew Brown needing to get some help from his backs, and right now they're not in a good position. But a nice job so far by the Argos. 2nd and 10 for Ottawa. Toronto, if they can get a stop here, it would give them unbelievable field position. Here's the run. The Argos pushing through. Going to throw it up. Grabbed up. Breaks the tackle. Grabbed up again and hauled down. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. Nice defense here by the Argonauts. Ottawa's going to be forced to kick it away. Toronto's going to start their next set of downs with phenomenal field position. Real good start here for the Argonauts. The offense is looking well. Defense is playing well. Special teams getting in on it. Grant is back. Yeah, John, it's crazy how they go back and forth. So Ottawa getting ready to kick. This kick is actually going to come from the end zone. It'd be funny if he hit the bottom of the uprights. There, this one is in the air. It's going to be caught around midfield. Jerian Grant going to go backwards, tries to get up. Jerian Grant is going to break free. Grant is one man to beat. Oh, and he gets hauled down. A nice move. Grant broke free. All he had to do was go around the kicker, but he's caught from behind as he slowed up to make his move, and he gets hauled down. I thought he was gone. I thought he was gone. A nice little move, but a comeback from behind is going to pull him down. Grant, nice little plant, nice little cut. Going to bring it up to the Ottawa 31. Wow, what a run. Toronto, 1st and 10 from the Ottawa 31. Great position. Dallas. Nobody wants that, Dallas. Nobody wants that. Back to pass. Arbuckle is going to run. Look out from behind. He's going deep to the end zone. Touchdown! Argos again. Argos with a huge play. Theo Sam Eagle, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, Stefan, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. There you go, John. You asked about 2 TDs for the Argos. There it is. Urslan is going to haul this one in. He's going to bring it in. There you go. Extra point is going up. This one should be good. And the Argonauts exploding for offense here. 15-1 with 2:14 to go in quarter number 1. What a start here for the Argonauts. The double blue looking real good. The side of the stadium behind the benches is absolutely packed. Looks absolutely packed. The end zone seats looks rammed as well. The far side of the field, the lower level is pretty, well, there's a lot of people there. The upper deck, not so many people. And that's because that's the side where the sun is. Looks like everybody is sitting in the shady side of the stadium, which is a good call in this sun. But a nice little toss, running it up. And when you start to run it up, you have to be careful because you can't run past the line of scrimmage. In this case, he's still way behind, gets it off, and it is a wonderful toss by Nick Arbuckle. He heard trouble was coming. He takes a couple of strides to create some space, throws it up a little overthrow. Herslog goes up, catches it high on the shoulder, and wheels this one in. So the kick is up, it's good, and it's 15-1. Jake Herslaw, 2 catches, 41 yards, having a nice first quarter. Kick goes all the way back. Ottawa running it up to the 20, turning the corner to the not quite the 30, and now they're over the 30 to the 35 and brought down. A nice little run back here. It was a very deep kick. It was actually received just in front of the goal line. So a big run back here for Ottawa. But the Argonauts putting up some good offense here in quarter number 1, 15-1. So it was an offside call, but they're going to decline that. Ottawa doesn't want it re-kicked. They're going to take it where it is after that big run back. Who can blame them? So a nice job there. Whoops, where's my cursor here? Here we go. Let's see what Ottawa has in store this time around. Redblacks going to throw long pass. This is going to be caught over midfield in a great run here. A great pass to Addison. Huge pickup of yards. Woof. 25 yards. That's a big time play. Addison going up, finds himself in a little bit of a pocket all alone, and they're able to spot him. You get to enjoy the Canadian Wildfire. Oh, yes. Theo, on some days, it's been very bad. Excuse me. Another little reception. Ottawa picks up 5. Theo, some days it has been very hazy, and you can certainly smell it in the air. Today it doesn't look so bad. It wasn't so bad when we were out earlier. There you go, Mark. Jonathan, how's it going? Welcome in. Right, Jonathan? I don't know how. I don't know how they are 2-6. It doesn't make sense to me. They've been playing such good football. Back to pass, Ottawa again up and over the line. They're going to run this one in. We got a flag on the play. Right, yeah, Jonathan. Three guys right there that just couldn't close the gap. They were, John. So a couple of years ago when all the team names were, hang on, offside, Toronto declined again. When all the teams were changing their names, they changed it. And it's funny because originally they had two teams called the Rough Riders. So they changed it to the Redblacks, which I'm still not sure I understand. They should have left it as is. All right, Ottawa moving downfield up to the Toronto 32. Some good passes here. Drew Brown back, going to hand this one off. Ottawa runs it up. They managed to pick up again about 4 or 5 yards, depending on this spot here. Standback just tucks it in and head down, and he just pulls forward straight ahead. Dallas, I bet. I bet. Just watch that sand. Don't get all the sand in your phone. Mark, is that your team, LSU? All right. Toronto needs a stop. Ottawa marching downfield to the Toronto 29. Back to pass. Backing right up. Their line is fighting off the Argos. Drew is going to tuck it, going to run. Here comes the hit. Takes him down. It's a fumble. The Argos recover. They're stomping this one down the sideline. Trucking all the way to, is he going to make it or is he going to pass out from the heat? He finally crosses the line. It's a defensive touchdown for the Argos. Oh my. Wow.
Touchdown!
The Argos do it again. My goodness. Edmonton Oilers, Stuart Skinner fan. What's up? Welcome in. My summer's great. Thank you very much. So they come in. The ball is indeed loose before the knee hits the ground. This one is scooped up. And I was not sure he was going to make it all the way down the field. Trucking down. The hit comes. The linesman scoops up the ball, marches it down as the clock strikes 0. The first quarter is going to come to an end, but first, the Argonauts need to kick the single point. This one is up. It's good, and it's 22-1. Argonauts. Are you kidding me? What a first quarter. That was awesome. That was awesome. Awesome. I mean, Ottawa was threatening. Ottawa was marching downfield. They were going. They were going. And it was the judge, Cameron Judge, who gets credited for the sack of bringing down Drew Brown. The ball was fumbled, and then Jordan Williams picks up the ball and just chugs it down 81 yards for the defensive score. That was something. Jordan Williams hustling down 81 yards for the score. Cameron Judge has been so good. Please hold on. The next game is Edmonton, right? They got to get a string of games together. But hey, Jonathan, what about those Edmonton Elks today defeating the Montreal Alouettes in a shocker? All right, here it is in the first quarter. 6 first downs for the Argos, 4 for Ottawa. Total yards, 116 yards for Toronto, 91 for Ottawa. Toronto, it's all been passing, although they did have a rush in there, so I don't know. Maybe their other rush lost those yards. Only 3 rushing yards for Ottawa. No red zone attempts. Penalties, 2 for Toronto, 1 for Ottawa. Time of possession, 6:50 for the Argos, 8:12 for Ottawa. The Argonauts favored minus 115 to plus 112. The over-under set at 53.5 points. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. But a great first quarter here for the Argonauts, putting a ton of points up on the board, 22-1. That's what we like to see. Unbelievable. I mean, solid effort. Absolutely solid effort. Great start for the Argos. And this is what we needed to see, right? This is what we hoped to see. And the Argos just making it happen. Just making it happen. We'll see if they can continue to play this game or if Ottawa is going to find some life and fight to get this one back. So anytime the defense can get involved with the defensive touchdown, it's awesome to see. And hopefully they'll keep this one up. One quarter is down. Let's start quarter number 2, shall we? Oh no, Mega, take it easy, buddy. Yeah, it was good. It was a fun game. So Argos going to kick this one off. Ottawa set back to receive. And there we go. This one is put in the air. Ottawa going to receive about the 32, and they fumbled it off the kick. They were able to recover, but my goodness. Go to make the catch. It goes through the hands and drops down. Butterfingers here for Ottawa. Diane, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the party. So good job, the Argonauts. Arbuckle's doing his job. The defense is doing their job. Wins over Calgary. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Ottawa at times has looked like they could put it together, but then other times they look dreadful. Toronto has been solid most of the games this year. They just haven't been able to pick up the W's. Quick run up the middle. Argo's going to stop them, but Ottawa picks up about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. As we're just starting here in the second quarter. At a Bay Boy, nice rush up for 4. He was with the Argonauts previously. Didn't see a ton of playing time with Kadeem Carey. Kadeem Carey last year for the Argonauts was huge, and it's unfortunate they couldn't come to terms because Kadeem Carey, I think, was a big loss. Ottawa back to pass. This one is tipped, but still gets over. It's caught, and that's a huge hit after catch. But Addison comes up with another big one as Slaka comes across to make that hit. Good quick pass. And the Toronto Argonauts almost got some fingers on it. But Swaka comes in with a big hit. He had a couple of big plays in the last few games. I'm really enjoying this kid, Swaka. So 1st and 10 from their own 52, Ottawa. Looking to move. The only good opportunity they had was when they had a field goal chance, and this one is going deep, way deep, and that's going to overthrow everybody. So Ottawa on the first had a chance for a field goal, which they missed it. That's how Toronto ended up getting a single point. Or sorry, Ottawa picked up their single point. A missed field goal. And then in their last series, we're marching all the way downfield, and it was a quarterback sack and a fumble, which led to the Argonauts recover and score at the end of the first quarter. So Ottawa really not getting some good chance to get in here. So can they continue 2nd and 10 here for Ottawa? At their own 52. Toronto back defending the pass with the right call. They step back. Drew is going deep. This one off the fingers and incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 10. McFadden was there getting the hands up, going for a big pass. Hey, my buddy JM going to be picking up the ball. Good to see Jamie getting some TV time. So a little toss here, and so close, trying to climb the ladder, able to get a hand on it, but just couldn't wheel it in. Just couldn't bring it home. This is going to be kicked It's going to go drop in and it's going to roll out of bounds. This is going to pin the Argos back to their 3-yard line. A lot of field here. A lot of field for the Argonauts to work with. This is going to start from the 3-yard line. A sunny day in Toronto. They're going to go to commercial break. And let's see what if they can keep doing this. You know, the defense at this point for Ottawa is going to start getting real tired. Real tired. They're going to have to find a way to get things back up and running. Yikes. What is happening here? So hopefully they can. Hopefully they can get this one moving. Because that's what Toronto needs to do. They need to run. They need to get the ball in. They need to keep doing what they're doing. So good game, good work here by the Argos. So I'm proud to see what they are doing. This is awesome. Now, if we can get some viewers to come in, we appreciate you here and watching. We're getting 0 share out from YouTube right now. So YouTube, help us out. Share us out. Let's get the feed out there. Let everyone know this is the place to come and hang out and watch the game with us. We would appreciate it. But yeah, YouTube is not liking us right now. And at this rate, we may just say goodbye at halftime. I appreciate the folks that are here with us hanging out, but let's hit that like button. Let's share us out. Let's see if we can get YouTube to start giving us some shares. All right, they are coming back from commercial break. All right, let's go. Let's bring this one back. Let's bring this one back. Argos starting from the 3-yard line. Back to pass. Going to throw back to the line of scrimmage. Going to curl. Picking up about 4, maybe 5, depending on the spot. So only a couple of yard pickup here. 2nd and 7. So they got not a great spot. 2nd and 7. Let's go Argos. Let's do this. 2nd and 6. They move them up 1 yard from where they initially spotted it. Up to the 7-yard line. Argonauts need a big play here. Arbuckle back to pass right under the uprights. Going to throw for first down. Over the hands and taken down. Coxie tried to get it, had his legs taken out from underneath him. He goes down hard. Mark needs a big win. Mark needs a big win. I appreciate that, Mega. Thank you so much. I don't know why we're getting no love. No love on a Saturday afternoon. Golden, just a big takedown here. So Toronto's going to have to punt this one away. So exactly what happened the other time where Ottawa was pinned in their own zone. They had to kick it away and give Toronto great field position. Toronto's in that same opportunity now. They got to kick this one away. This is kicked up. Good kick. Ottawa going to return it to midfield, to the 50, going over to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Ottawa going to bring this one to the 5-yard line before bringing down Stefan. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Champion member. Let's go. Thank you, Stefan. Huge run here for Ottawa. Let's see what Ottawa's going to do. How are they going to turn this one around now? Huge run back. Huge run back. They're going to start from the Toronto 5. It's going to be 1st and goal for Ottawa. Let's see. How are they going to pick this one up and turn this one in? Ottawa, can they finally get a score on the board? They got lots of time to do it. Time is no pressure. No pressure by the clock. So Let's go. This is nuts. All right, they are at commercial break right now, waiting to switch things up and around. Argonauts, good start. Yeah, Mega Stefan, I appreciate you both. Thank you for what you do. Mark wants that big victory, wants to see it happen. Jonathan wants to see these Argos go on a tear. Everybody wants to see the Argonauts make something happen. And they are right now. They are crushing it 22-1. So this is good to see. So will the Argos continue to pressure or will they collapse? Going to bring this one back. It was a huge run back by Ottawa. Great job. Haggerty, 57 yards, but Pimpleton returns it 57 yards. So completely negates that kick. A huge run back. And I think Haggerty is probably going to get credit for that tackle too. So here we go. First and goal from the Toronto 6. Ottawa back to pass. Going to go deep to the corner and it's overthrown. And a big collision there in the corner of the end zone. So first chance incomplete. First chance does not connect. So they go 21 weeks. They go 21 weeks, Major. But of course, you get a couple bye weeks in there. Then we got to work with the Raptors. Yeah, here they go. Second attempt to the end zone. That one is caught. It's going to be a touchdown, Ottawa. Stefan, what timing? Drops the super chat 279 right as the Redblacks score. Stefan, buying a touchdown here. Pretty much, that's what happened. So a little toss up and the receiver kind of turned around and the Argonaut defender goes down. Lewis comes up with the catch and hangs onto it. Touchdown, Ottawa. The Redblacks are on the board. 22-7. Now they're going to go for a single. They're going to go for two. There's still lots of time left. So we got Beverly buying goals during hockey season. Stefan is buying touchdowns here in football season. The single point is up. That one's good. 22-8. Lots of time left. 10 and a half to go. Big touchdown. Ottawa needed to do something. If they did not come up with a touchdown at this point, their confidence was going to be shook. And he barely caught it. He hauled that one in on his fingertips. So big touchdown call here. Lewis just coming up with that ball. Able to get the fingertips on it. Welcome in. If you are just coming in, make sure you hit that like button for us. Hit those subscribes as well. We appreciate it. My name is Sam. We are from the Toronto area ourselves. We cover most Toronto sports. Hey, B Disney, what's going on? I'm pretty close with the CFL. It sure does, Stefan. It sure does. This one is going to be kicked. Toronto back to receive at their 10 is Grant up to the 20 to the 30. He's still going. Can he get to the 35? He does. Can he get to the 40? He cannot. So up to about the 38. So a nice run back. Give Toronto some decent field position as they are going to get their series on. And we'll see what they come up with. Jackie, how's it going? Welcome in. Thank you for broadcasting a game my cousin Sage Dockster, number 63 on Toronto, is playing. An awesome from Oneida Nation, and we're also proud of him. Go Sage. Jackie, that's awesome. That is so cool. Got the cousin in the game. And a pretty good team there. Let's go. Let's do it for Jackie. Handing it off, running it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to pick up about 4, cutting through the middle. So a nice little run. There he is, number 63, getting some TV time. At least getting the shoulder number in on the camera there. Perfect timing. All right, let's keep this one going. I'm glad you found us as well, Jackie. We will have most games here on out. Arbuckle being back to pass. Hopefully your cousin keep Arbuckle safe. Give him some time to throw the ball. Back to pass. Over the middle, almost a low play, a low throw, but Unger going to make the reception. And again, only pickup of a couple. So the Argonauts are going to need to punt this one away. That one wasn't a great play call. Arbuckle underthrew it. Unger was able to make that reception, though. But 3rd and 3. So the punt team going to come on. They're going to kick this one away. Mega coming in with the $6.99. Mega, thank you so much. I appreciate that. From Southgate, Michigan, just across the border. Nice. Well, welcome in. Haggerty back to kick again. This one almost got blocked. He launches it. Ottawa going to receive around their 20. Able to get up to about the 25. There's a flag. It's going to be a no yards flag thrown as they stop the run. You do have to give the receiver a little bit of a bubble. And when you do not do that, you get a penalty for it. They're going to step away for a commercial break as the Argos continuing to lead here 22-8. And Ottawa going to have the ball when they return. Huge play. Huge play. Thank you, Mega. It means the world to us. I know a lot of folks helping out with the donos and the dono hype. Really helps us out. Of course, as a lot of you know, we made that huge investment a couple months ago with some new hardware. So every little bit helps. So thank you, Mega, for that. Rob, what's going on? Welcome in. The better one is blue. Yeah, Rob, absolutely. Absolutely. Brendan, you got to get that exclamation mark in there. Got to get the Hulkster up. Taco, what's up? Not a CFL fan, but wanted to add a comment and a like. Taco Mark, thank you for that. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you, everybody popping in, helping us out. There we go. Getting some love, seeing the love. Have to tell the U.S. players to stay away on punts. Right? It's hard, though. It's hard. Especially when you get, at this point of the season, it's not bad. But when NFL preseason kind of is done and some guys get cut and they make their way down, there it is, a Hulkster making an appearance. When some of those, the NFL cuts come down to the Canadian League and get picked up, it's so hard for them to get used to some of the differences in the Canadian League. Back for hockey. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. Taco Mark, can't wait for hockey season. It's just around the corner. This is the worst 2 weeks for hockey fans because it's like we know it's there. We know it's just around the corner and camps are going to start forming. Things are going to start happening. Cannot wait. Yeah, RIP for sure. All right, Ottawa. Snapping. Back to pass. Going to run this one up the middle. Back to the line of scrimmage and picking up a couple. So there it is. It's 30 degrees, but feels like 38. Ouch. Feels like 38 degrees. That's crazy. So 38 degrees. 38 degrees is the equivalent of 100.4 Fahrenheit. So at field level, they're playing 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That is hot. The water coolers at that temperature should be boiling. Back to pass. 2nd and 6. Ottawa looking. Going to go deep, and this one is going to be caught. Great catch. Right to midfield, and the forward progress is stopped. Addison has been the big receiver for Ottawa right now. 100 degrees field level. That is so hot. It is way too hot, Dallas. Wait, field has a fever. You know what, Taco? I'm very curious what's going to happen with McDavid. Very curious. Is McDavid going to remain in Ottawa, or are we going to see him traded at the deadline? Choices are the mark of a great host when I get rid. Rob, thank you, brother. Running again, a big run for Ottawa. First down as they continue to move the chains again. Mark, I was as well, big time. John, Navy SEALs was one of my favorite movies back in the day. I think it was in the late 80s, early 90s. Navy SEALs with Charlie Sheen. Great movie. So big run by Ottawa here. Whoops, I forgot to switch it back to the game screen. I apologize. Redblacks moving there to the Toronto 35. So they are within field goal range. The snap, they're going to run this one again, trying to cut it through. They're going to pick up 5, maybe 6 where they come down. Go Quebec, I mean Colorado. Send McDavid to Pittsburgh. That would be interesting. I say Pittsburgh should send Crosby to Colorado to play with McKinnon. Have McDavid come over to Toronto to play with Matthews. And then Ottawa should send Brady to Florida to play with Matthew. And while we're at it, let's put all the Hughes brothers together. Going to run this one up again. The Argos D is going to stop him. It's going to come to 3rd and about 3. 3rd and 3. Parrish back up on his feet. He was down on a knee. He's going to step off. That's right, John. Special elite group for sure. So we got 5 minutes left in the half. Time is ticking. 22-8. Toronto's looking good, but Ottawa has been coming on. Yep, field goal unit is coming on. They did miss one earlier. Can they keep this alive? 3rd and 2. Waiting as the clock continues to run down. This one is up. This time he's not going to miss. And it's going to be 22-11. As the Argos still doubling up Ottawa. And the Argonauts going to get the ball back right now. Yeah, oh, Mark, Crazy Train was a great tune. Crazy Train, great tune. Colorado got Burns. Hopefully Ray Bork's Stanley Cup is Colorado's repeated. Yeah, listen, Burns, you know, I hope he gets him. I'm a big fan of Burns. He's a great player. And I think he'll fit in well on that team. The other thing, all right, that was a quick break in the action. The other thing I'm excited for with this league is San Jose. I'm a big fan of San Jose this year. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. Back to pass, faking the handoff. That was a bad fake. Arbuckle gets hauled down. Horse collar tackle. The flags are flying, and they know it right away. Molden's got the arm up. He's waving. He goes, it's me. I did it. It was an accident. So penalty there, acknowledged right away. Reached back and tried to get that tackle, but made contact with the head. So it's a 15-yard penalty. Hockey is life, absolutely. You know who hockey is life for? Hockey is life for all the owners of the hockey specialty stores for equipment. Because, man, it's expensive to get stuff these days. So Arbuckle tries to dance around. He gets the side of the helmet just inside that crack where the face mask is and kind of gives him a tug. So Argos move to midfield, 1st and 10, under 4 to go. Arbuckle back to pass, little throw up to Grant. He's going to step up, picking up about 5 or 6. It'll be second down, Toronto. Grant typically doesn't really get involved in the offense that much. More of a special teams player, but we've seen this is his second or third touch here today. And with the Boston Brew, well, Mark, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, but that's okay. Yeah, Brandon, 9 o'clock tonight. We'll have that game tomorrow at 4. Blue Jays and Dodgers tomorrow at 4:30. We'll have that one here on the channel. Hey, McNally. Back to pass Arbuckle, looking for a first down throw. And that's going to be incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 5. The Argos going to have to punt this one away because I think a 60-yard field goal would be a little much. But again, going to Grant. So really kind of mixing it up here. Don't like that. Don't like those couple play calls here at all. The Argos going away from what was working for them early in this game and have several 2-and-outs now. So this is going to be kicked by about the Argo 50. Mark, the opening week is kind of October 7th and 8th. This is when the first couple of games will be taking place. This down to the Ottawa 5, going to run it up to the 10, up to the 20. A little bit of a hit and finally a takedown. So Ottawa able to move the ball up a little bit. They're going to start deep in their own zone. So you go to commercial break. We're working towards the end of the first half. The Argonauts started this game on fire, playing really, really good football, but that has since slowed tremendously right now. And Ottawa has picking up all that momentum. They've been bringing that one along. There it is. I'm also convinced U.S. sports have a thing for generating a flow of money to certain areas. This last Super Bowl that staged KC at the coin toss. They were losing. It's funny, you know, Rob, it is, sports has become such a business. It's wild. Such a business. It's absolutely crazy. You go to a sports store, even it doesn't even have to be a specific, like just a Pro Hockey Life or a Just Hockey, you know, it could be any, even, you know, some of the big department stores, department specialty, like go to a Walmart, Canadian Tire, or something like that, Target, you know, you can get hockey stuff there and it's still crazy expensive. You know, skates are nuts, sticks are crazy expensive. Back in the day, I always played with a wood stick. So I would go walk into a store and I'd pay anywhere from $20 to $40 for a wood stick. Now you walk into a store and it's like $150 to $200, all the way up to $500 for a stick. It's nuts. Favorite team with the Patriots? Yeah, Mark, I was a Patriots fan for a while there. But for me, for the NFL, it's all going to be the Buffalo Bills. I'm a big Bills fan. Sport Check, yeah, Mega. So I was at a Sport Check earlier today. Got helped out by a great guy who assisted us, and we were just there picking up some base layers, right? Some undergarments, some small things, and it was still like $120, and we got everything on sale. It's crazy. All right, let's go. Ottawa, 1st and 10 from their own 21. We got 2.5 minutes to go in the half. You're going to run this one up, picking up a handful of yards. That's going to be it. Quick tackle there. Both these teams 2-6. It is a very important game for the Battle of the Basement. You do not want to end up there. Carbon fiber sticks are about the same. It's a monthly payment on a McLaren. Yeah, no fooling. It's nuts. And that's why when you're watching the NHL and you see like one of these guys snap a stick or they break a stick, not on a shot, but you know, when they get mad and they come off, you know, go down the tunnel and they smash a stick and you're like, well, that was $500. Oh, the snap, bad snap. It's fumbled. Drew Brown stumbles. He still picks it up and manages to hit a huge pass. Oh, what a sequence. In Ottawa picks up about 20 some odd yards, 22 yards, huge pickup. The snap was bobbled. He drops it, he picks it up, and then he stumbles backwards, regains his balance, runs to the left, throws a dart 22 yards. This one is received. Wow. Lewis with a huge reception, 1st and 10. Ottawa now up to their 45. Big play. Huge play. Ottawa regrouping, 1:40 to go. Pass behind the line of scrimmage, turning the corner. Hardy is going to get another first down. Was it Hardy? No, it wasn't. It was stand up. Addison. Unbelievable. Working to the Argos side of the field now. The Argo defense taking a little bit of a break here. Ooh, John, it depends on the movie. I mean, obviously, back in the day, there were some real good ones. I haven't seen one recently that I've quite enjoyed. Back to pass. Drew Brown again throwing it up. Almost a first down. Lewis, like pinball, bouncing off Argonauts and spins himself to the first down marker. And he's going to get a first down. Excellent work here by Ottawa. Oh, Brandon, I haven't watched the Texas Chainsaw movies in a long time. I haven't watched the remake. I've only seen the originals. Unbroken is good. And I did see the new, hang on, back to pass. This one is going deep. They're taking a shot at the end zone. They got a man, and it's a touchdown. Are you kidding me? It's going to be Addison with a huge touchdown. Nope, I lied again. No, I was correct. Huge toss. Addison is going to reel this one in. Unbelievable. Another touchdown for Ottawa. Toronto is falling apart here in the second quarter. It is Addison with a monster catch. An absolute monster catch. Reels this one in. Rob, it still gets bad at times. It still gets bad at times. I know, right, Jackie? This was crazy. Toronto had a huge lead. We'll recap everything in just a minute or so when it goes to halftime. But a huge play here. 42-yard reception for a touchdown. Unbelievable. So there still is a minute here. There still is a minute to go. They're going for the 2-point convert here. 2-point convert. No, John, I haven't seen that one. This is going to be interesting. Two-point convert. This would make it real interesting. Back to pass. Over the top. He's got a man. It's caught. And he was able to stay in. No. Says Addison did not get his feet down in time. We'll have to see the replay. It looked to me like he got a foot in there. No, Jackie, we're going to stick around. We're going to stick around. He's definitely in. To me, it looked like he had possession and had his feet in bounds. There's the catch. I thought he was in there. Only when it's your team, I'm the only one. Rob. I don't think it's that close, but the official was right there. So they are reviewing it just to see the right play. Obviously, if it is good, that means it'll be 22-19. Nope, John, haven't seen that one either. Haven't seen that one either. To me, this looked like it was a good catch. And it is successful 2-point convert. So Ottawa gets the 2 points. So 22-19. The difference is now a field goal. Toronto was way up, but this game is totally turned around. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. This is nuts. Let's see if Toronto can get any points on the board to end this half. I can't believe this huge lead. All the work Toronto did in that first quarter completely disappeared here in the second. So here comes the kick return. Grant trying to pick up speed. Grant cutting. Grant getting some big blocks up through the middle. Finally gets taken down. 50 seconds on the board. A nice little run back by Jerry Grant, who has not breaking free the way we've seen him do last year. Hey, Travis, what's going on? Helas, what's up? Welcome in. Argos are going. Argos are playing. They showed up for the first quarter. Struggling here in the second. It's like two completely different games. So 50 seconds to go. Toronto going to start this drive from their own 36. Let's see what Arbuckle can do with 50 seconds to work with. First throw is going to be short of a first down. Picking up about 8 or 9. So nice. They got to keep working this one. Keep throwing the ball. Keep working this one across. Lots of time. 45 seconds in the Canadian Football League is an eternity. Let's go. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Argos setting it up. There's the snap. They're going to fake the handoff, curling out, throwing it back up. There's a first down and more. Oh, he hurdled 3 guys. What a rush. And he goes down. Herslow with the play of the day. Herslow. Jump, baby. Jump, baby. 1, 2, 3. He goes up and hurdled. Wow. Yeah, Rob, that was crazy. Arbuckle fakes the handover, goes to Herslow. Up over 2 Ottawa players and a Toronto player. That huge leap. Arbuckle back to pass again out of the pocket. Arbuckle's going to rush this one up. He's going to slide down short of the first down. Why did you slide there? Herslow with a play. Huge, huge leap. That was sick. That was so good. We got a flag on the play. Let's see what this is going to be here. 27 seconds left. Offsetting misconduct fouls. So 2nd down. Wow. That was incredible. Yeah, Rob, that was, I mean, that was nuts. Back to pass, Arbuckle looking deep again, getting some blocks. Spins out, you got to throw it. He's going to throw this first down. Unger is sliding, but he's going to fall out of bounds. The Argos pick up the first down. That what was important there. Yeah, Hurt Locker was pretty good. Such a cool hurdle. So yeah, on that reverse angle, it was just the one guy. The initial camera angle, the way it had, because of the angle, it looked like he jumped over 3 guys. Back to pass. The first down marker again. Get out of bounds. Unger stays in bounds. 6 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Argos. Are they going to take one shot? They might have one shot at the end zone. Nope. They're going to say, nope, we're not going to risk it. We're going to kick the field goal now. So good job, the Argos getting down low in a field goal range. Haralahu's going to come in. He's going to put this one up. This should be an easy chip shot for him. Not bad. 21 of 23 on the season. 20-yard field goal attempt. His longest is like 56. This one is up and is good. So to the Argonauts, going to put up a field goal to end the half. 25-19. 25-19 at the half is where things are going to end up. Let's break this one all down here real quick as what has transpired, what we've been watching. It has been a crazy game. We started off, the Argonauts, Arbuckle throws a pass to Brissett for a 26-yard touchdown. The extra point was good, made it 7-0. Then on the kick return into the end zone, a 1-point gain for Toronto, made it 8-0. Then Lewis Ward missed a field goal, and that was a single point, so it made it 8-1. Arbuckle then completed a pass to Herslow, 31 yards for the touchdown. After the extra point, it was 15-1. Then at the end of quarter number one, Drew Brown, the Ottawa quarterback, was sacked by Cameron Judge. He dropped the ball, fumbled it. Brown then returned it Jordan Williams returned it 77 yards for the touchdown. The extra point was good. It was 22-1 after the first quarter. So it was all Argonauts. Starting the second quarter, Brown, a 6-yard pass to Lewis for the touchdown. The extra point made it 22-8. Then Lewis Ward hit a 35-yard field goal. That was good, made it 22-11. Brown then threw a pass to Addison, 42 yards for the touchdown, made it 22-19. So 3 scores in a row here by Ottawa. And then the Argonauts with the 20-yard field goal attempt was good, makes it 25-19 after quarter number one, which is crazy. 214 yards for Brown, 185 for Arbuckle. Herslow leads with 81 reception yards. Addison with 115. Stanback 31 rushing yards. Arbuckle 7 rushing yards. Bratton with 3 tackles for the Argonauts. Santos Knox with 5 tackles for Ottawa. Let's go and break down all the individual stats themselves. So Drew Brown ends up going 16 for 19, 214 yards, 2 TDs. His average long was 11.3 yards, his average was 11.3 yards. His longest was 42. Nick Arbuckle, who started off 8 for 8, ends up going 18 for 20, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. His longest 31 yards, the average 9.3. On the receiving side, as mentioned, Addison, 115 yards and a TD. That was 7 receptions. Lewis, 4 for 44. White, 2 for 30. Hardy, 1 for 13. Pimpleton, 1 for 10. For the Argonauts, Herslow, 5 for 81 and a TD. Brissett, 2 for 37 and a TD. We got McMahon, 4 for 30. Unger, 3 for 21. Grant, 2 for 10. Meidel, 1 for 4. And LeBron, 1 for 2. And this is shocking, Argo fans, because no touches here for the big target, Coxie. No receptions for Coxie. Meidel, who had a couple big games as being Arbuckle's go-to guy, only has 1 reception tonight. So that is shocking. Herslow, the big receiver who's picking up big yards. Hey, Kareem, what's going on? Welcome in. What do you think of the deadline additions? I think they're okay. I think it'll make, it'll make a good difference down the stretch, getting some of those arms in there. Kareem, I'm pleased at what they did. We'll be doing the game tomorrow, Kareem. That's tomorrow afternoon, so I'm looking forward to that one. From the rushing side of the ball, for Ottawa, Stanback goes 7 for 31 yards. Adubeboy, goes 2 for 6. Arbuckle rushes 1 for 7. McMahon 1 for no yards. So again, no rushing for Toronto. It's been all in the air. From the defensive side, Santos Knox with 5 tackles, no sacks for Ottawa. For the defense, for the Argonauts, Bratton 3 tackles, Milton with 3, Judge with 3, and he gets the sack and the forced fumble. Liner with 2, a bunch of guys with 2, but only the 1 sack for the Argos. Lewis Ward, field goals, 1 made, 2 attempts. Hiralarhu goes 1 for 1 here tonight, and he's 3 for 3 on the extra points made. From the punting perspective, Leon, 2 punts, 102 yards, average of 51. His longest was 55. Haggerty, 4 punts, 191 yards, an average of 47.8. One long one at 57 yards. On the return, Jerry and Grant, 3 returns for 72 yards. Grant also has 1 punt return for 27. Pimbledon, 1 kick return, 34 yards, and Pimbledon 2 returns on the punts for 62 yards. His longest run being 57 yards. So those are the stats from this game so far, team and individual. If we break it down for the overall markers in the first half, the Argonauts with 10 first downs, 12 first downs for Ottawa. Nobody tried going for a 3rd and short play. We haven't had 3rd and 2 short. It's been 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. Nobody has wanted to gamble with it. Total yards for the Argos, 192. Total for Ottawa, 251. Ottawa is 1 for 1 on the red zone attempt. Toronto is 0 for 1. 4 penalties for the Argos, 3 penalties for Ottawa, 13-10 for possession of the Argos, 16-50 for Ottawa, and Ottawa with 1 turnover on the afternoon. Those are all your stats. Holy smokes, and that's a lot of stats. Hopefully the Argos can turn things around in the second half. The second half is usually a troublesome spot for the Argos. They really haven't been able to get the ball moving, and we saw in that second quarter a little bit of a collapse as that 21 lead evaporated, and they were able to put a few more points up. 25-19 is where it stands right now. I'm gonna have to get more drinks. Oh, thirsty today. I know it was still haven't seen. Have you guys seen the new Final Destination movie? I haven't seen that one yet. It is out on the movie channel, so I'm going to watch that at some point, but haven't yet been able to seen that. I would like to, but some of the movies you are mentioning there, I haven't really seen a lot of them, to be honest with you. I this summer I had planned on seeing a number of flicks, but we just never got around to it. Been a busy summer. August is going to be much of the same. It's going to be a lot of stuff coming up here in the second half. Try lowering. All right, let's lower this. Says it's a little loud, so we're going to bring that down. Hopefully that is a little bit better. I didn't realize it was up there so high. But thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and being along here with us. Make sure you do hit those likes, hit those follows or subscribes. We appreciate it. Argonauts doing the job they need to do. They're throwing the ball. They're getting some good air, but nothing on the ground. Thought about him all night. My cousin, 6'8", 320. Wow. Jackie, he's a big boy. 6'8", 320 pounds. But still can get hurt too. Football's a violent game. We all live to absolutely 100%. 100%. Listen, we saw what happened last night. It's crazy what happened in the Cowboys game, in the Lions game. But just nuts, right? And when you're that big, when you're that size, 6'8", 320, and this game is moving fast, anything can happen. But that is so cool that he's in there. He's playing around. And listen, Jackie, if you next time you're speaking to him, I don't know how often you speak to him. If he ever wants to come on the channel and do an interview, if he ever wants to sit down and talk football, we'd love to have him. We'd love to have him if he'd be up for it. You can shoot me an email. We'll get one of the mods to drop in our email, or you can go to our website, samwelb12experience.com. All of our socials are there. We can connect, and yeah, we'd love if he'd be down for a quick sit down, a quick chat about his career and about football. We'd love to do it. All right, Mark, sounds good. Sounds good. Mega, I haven't seen that. Have you seen? Oh my goodness, it's pretty gory. Oh, Mega, perfect. I'll have to check it out. What was that one with? Oh my gosh, the name is drawing a blank. Jack Black was in it. What's that? What? No. Tropic Thunder. You want a funny war movie? Tropic Thunder. So, I mean, it's so inappropriate, but it is great. Big fan of Tropic Thunder. Love that movie. Some good laughs. There it is. Thank you, D. D dropping in the email there. Can you do it on the other one? Thank you. We'll get that email in there for you for sure. Yeah, it would be awesome. It reminded me of Dale Earnhardt, the part where so fragile, Rob. So fragile for sure. There it is. Thank you, D. So yeah, there, Jackie's our email. You can send me a note at any time. But yeah, if you'd be down for it, we'd love to do it. Always looking to have guests come on. Doesn't have to be live, but we can sit down and record a little bit. That would be fun. Do discuss it and play do another dude. Rob, there you go. It's so funny. I mean, again, for today's day and age, thank you, Hunter, for the follow. Appreciate it. For this day and age, it's completely inappropriate, but it is such a funny movie. Yeah, Mega, he did a great job. They all did a great job. Tom Cruise as the agent or the studio head was great. So funny. That's what we love to see. We love to see good old movies like that. If you missed it earlier today, Montreal losing to Edmonton. I haven't mentioned that for a while, and I feel like I have to because that was such a crazy thing to see. Such a crazy thing. Montreal losing to Edmonton. Absolutely wild. We got some preseason NFL action going on. Of course, if you're an NFL fan, I'm not a big fan of NFL preseason just because, you know, your favorite players are kind of, you know, in for 30 seconds and then they're out. But a couple of games on the schedule. The Texans right now are up 7-6 over the Vikings. And that's the only one in action. We have some completed games so far. The Bills lose to the Giants 34-25. The Patriots yesterday winning over the Commanders, which that drives me nuts. 48-18. We got the Panthers and Browns. The Browns, see, they can win in preseason. The Browns win 30-10 over the Panthers. The Lions, Falcons 17-10. I kept saying the Cowboys, but that one ends there. Let's go Raiders and Seahawks tied up. That was Thursday. Eagles, Bengals. Why is that so loud? Oh, there. That's why. Eagles, Bengals. Eagles 34-27 over the Bengals. That was Thursday night. Also Thursday night, it was the Ravens over the Colts 24-16. So other games coming up later today, the Steelers and Jaguars, Cowboys and Rams, Titans and Bucks, Chiefs and Cardinals, Jets and Packers. I think I foresee GTA 6 and the PS6 dropping together as a combo deal. They're pretty slow if they miss out. You know what, Rob? I've been thinking about that. I agree. But from what I've heard, the PS6 is still going to be quite some time away. So I know they were hoping to drop. Well, when it was supposed to be end of this year, and I think they just pushed it to next year, did they not? Hey, Len, what's going on? Len, she's been in and out. So I'm not sure, Rob, but it would make sense if that was, you know, that's what they did. I'd be shocked if it was something else. But I can't wait for that. Of course, the new Mafia game dropped yesterday. I'm excited for that. I can't wait to try that one out myself. Looks really, really good. I'm still working my way through Star Wars Outlaws and Indiana Jones. Those two I'm in the middle of. And Starfield, I just started on the PC. If you're a gamer, you have to make sure to join us. We do some gaming streams as well. And of course, over on the gaming channel specifically. So, yeah, if you're a gamer, definitely, you're not going to want to miss it as we play through the new season of Fortnite, some Call of Duty, all that kind of fun stuff. Kind of makes me wish, as we're talking about video games, we know there's Madden, obviously, but we need to get the CFL game going. We need a good CFL game returning. I think that would be awesome to see. And, you know, we talk a lot about the PWHL. You have a jam question for her. All right, Paging Dallas, we got a jam question. Paging Dallas. You know, we talk a lot during the hockey season about PWHL. And for those of you that are card collectors, PWHL released a series of Upper Deck cards. The first set kind of came and went very quietly. It was so hard to get. It was difficult. It kind of disappeared. And, you know, they just released Series 2, the new set of PWHL. In a box comes, I think, was it 12 packs? With 12 packs, and I think there was only 6 cards a pack. And it was $350 for a box is what people were selling it for. That is crazy. I would have loved to support PWHL and bought some hockey cards and unboxed them and talked about them, but not at that price. That is crazy. You like custom maps. Nice, Mega. Nice. All right, it was a fun halftime. We're about set for the second half. This is where the Argonauts typically tend to fumble and kind of disappear a little bit, but we need the Argos to get up and running and find their game, get back on track here, because they were in it in the first. Ottawa stormed back in the second, and Toronto right now has had no luck. Big Rickster, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Whenever one of you get up, just grab me another bottle of water, please, and thank you. Big Rickster in the house. All right. They're making their way back in the field. Addison with a huge first half. No receptions for Coxie. Coxie, the big target. We'll see if it turns out. Mafia Series is given Rockstar valid competition. Mafia Series, the Mirrors. First Mafia Series had untouchable water. Yeah, you know, Rob, I loved the first one. The second one was good. I hated the third one. I'm real excited to play this one. I was kind of hoping it would have come out on day one Game Pass, but I think I have to wait. Here we go. Ball is in the air. Ottawa fumbles the reception. Now they pick it up. Toronto blows it. They can't tackle him, and Ottawa's going to break free. Ottawa's going to run just to kick her back. They shake him off. Going down the sideline, the 40, the 30, the 20, and he finally gets shoved out of bounds. Are you kidding me? The Argonauts completely forget how to tackle. Football 101 out the window, and Ottawa goes all the way downfield, and they're going to start with phenomenal field position. Hey, Bruce, what's going on? Talking about jam, the Argonauts find themselves in a jam here. You know, I need to turn my hat back around. Maybe that was the problem. When I turned it around before, they started sucking. Noah Zark in the house. Blueberry jam. Like going with the blueberry jam. I'll be honest, I'm not a huge jam guy. But if we're talking smoothies, banana strawberry all the way. So all the way to the Toronto 11-yard lines. 1st and 10 from the 11. Argonauts need to do something big here. Unbelievable. They're going to hand this one off. They're going to pound the turf. Going to pick up about 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from my count. Oh boy. What a start here. Marcelli could end up on line 1. Ooh, Bruce, I don't know. In my mind, I have him pegged as line 2, but anything is possible. If he impresses during camp, I don't think that top line is solidified yet. My assumption was Domi was going to get the early crack up there, but I think it's up for grabs, to be honest with you. 2nd and 5, back to pass, going over to the top to the corner of the end zone. That's a TD for the OTT. Ottawa brings this one home just like that. The Argonauts lead is gone. 25-25. We are tied with the extra point still to go. Wow. Rob. Unreal. The OTT says, hey, you know me? I'm right here and going to bring that ball in. Lewis with the TD. My goodness. I'm shocked. A huge run back. Sets up this little aerial toss up and over. Strawberry banana smoothies too with a little honey. Ooh, I've never tried with a little honey in there. Oh, they blow the snap on the extra kick. They blow the snap on the extra kick. They can't get it off. So no good. So instead of Ottawa taking a lead, it's another blown play on special teams. And this one is going to be 25-25. And I forgot to put the game screen back. Shame on me, you rookie. 25-25. It's a whole new game. May as well be 0-0. Bruce, the last place that I had made a banana strawberry smoothie, they had some orange in it as well. So it was a little banana strawberry with some orange juice and an orange slice. And while I did kind of feel the orange took the flavor over a little bit, it was still delicious and tasted fresh. That's right, Rob. Soon I'm going to drop a beat. No, I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. Oh, man, I like water. Not a big smoothie fan. That's okay. They do take a little bit of getting used to. And Tim Hortons, for those Timmy fans, they did have a nice strawberry banana smoothie that was okay. But lately I've been hooked on their watermelon, what do they call it? Watermelon quencher. Haven't had that for a while, though. Yeah, I'm not a big juice guy, so when I do it as a smoothie, you get that fresh taste. And freezer jam picked in for blueberry jam. Oh, that's a good question. We'd need the jam expert for that one. All right, had to crack the new bottle of water. We're super thirsty. But this is crazy. I mean, what a series here for Ottawa to tie this one all back right away. A lot of football left to play here. A ton of football left to play. So they got to get this one going and going quick. Let's see how the Argos recover on their first possession of the second half. The defense hasn't been able to stop Ottawa since the second quarter. And the kick is going to squibble under Jerry and Grant, and he's going to race back to the end zone. He's going to scoop it up, and he can't rush it out. He's going to have to take a knee. So there's the single point. It's now 26-25. So as Ottawa totally pooched the extra kick, they kicked this one into the end zone, and Grant has to put a knee, and so they get the single point anyways. Unbelievable. Vanilla ice cream, maple syrup, bacon, and a drizzle of chocolate syrup. Wow, Stefan, that sounds good. That sounds good. This is why I show up. I'm telling you. Rob, I love it. I love it. Shawshank, what's going on? What's up? Welcome in. All right, let's see how the Argos bounce back. 1st and 10 from their 40. Faking the handoff, rolling to the right, Arbuckle. Little pass up for first down. It's caught. Stepping up for more, and finally dragged out of bounds. Brissett with a nice reception. Able to pick up some yardage. Real good play here. That's what they need. That's what they need. They need some confidence right now. Especially the Argos defense. When they turn it around, the Argos D is going to need a big play. They're going to have to turn around and get something going. Because right now, they have not been able to get a big play. This kick went up and it kind of bounced awkwardly and it goes all the way into the end zone, and Grant had no chance on it. So 1st and 10 from the Ottawa 47. This one is going to be handed off. Argos, a great run. McMahon up and a first down. Argos. Move those chains. That's what we need to see. Put the ball down. John, I've already put on so much weight. What's a few more? What's a few more? Good run there. 1st and 10 down to the Ottawa 34. We can't have Stefan's Ottawa Redblacks take this one home. Come on, Argos. Back to pass. Arbuckle rolling to his left. Quick pass. Picked up about 7 before the takedown. No first down. So it'll be 2nd down as Brissett picks it up again. Something I've noticed with Arbuckle, a bit of a trend, is he goes to the same receivers here constantly in a series. Rygood, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Bruce, I feel you. I'm not that much, but a good 20 would be all right. Little pass up to Daniels. Daniels with his first catch of the day. Daniels had made some huge plays, so it's hard to believe that's only his first. But 1st and 10 Argos are going to move that chain. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Yeah, it's hard, Bruce. It's real hard. 1st and 10 at the Ottawa 21. Let's see if we can get Coxie in the mix right now. Where's he going to go? Going to hand it off, rolling out to his right, almost tackled, stays on his feet. He's going to continue to run past the line of scrimmage, and he's going to hop out of bounds. We got a flag on the play. Flag on the play. What's this going to be? So it was about a 6-yard run. Oh, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate that. 10-yard penalty on Colden. 36. Number 36. So 1st down Argos. That's going to move the chains. We'll take it. Illegal contact was the call. Hard-boiled egg. Well, I haven't had hard-boiled eggs in a while. Every time, Mega, I think of eggs scrambled. I have to do scrambled. I just can't get enough of them. Here we go. Down to the Ottawa 11. Argos looking to strike. They've moved this one down. Can they get this TD back? Can't wait for October. Yeah, right. I cannot wait as well. Back to pass. Toronto rolling to the right. Arbuckle still looking to run this one past the line of scrimmage. 3 Redblacks there, so he's going to slide in. And I don't think that really is 2nd and 132 yards. TSN, you might want to update your graphic. 2nd and 132 yards. That's funny. With ketchup and cheese. Oh, yes, cheese for sure. I'm good, John. I'm good. I haven't had ketchup in my eggs in so long. I used to love doing that. So 2nd and 8. 2nd and 9 from the 10. You got to take a shot at the end zone. And he's going to run it again. Arbuckle running it up, and he gets hit hard down to about the 6-yard line, and we got a flag on the play. So again, Toronto, nowhere to go, doesn't take a shot to the end zone. Let's see what this penalty is. Crazy. Holding on Toronto. Going to replay 2nd down, so they move back 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 14. So you got to take a shot at the end zone here, Arbuckle. You're down in the red zone, and you don't even take a shot at the end zone. 2 quarterback rushing plays. So this is when I talk about how there's been some bad play calling with the Argonauts. This is just it. You get down to the red zone, you don't even throw the ball. You quarterback rush it twice. Oh, so now they're declining 3rd down. They're declining the penalty. It's corrected. So it's 3rd and 3. The Argonauts are going to stay in here. The Argonauts are going to take a shot at it. So 3rd and 3 from the Ottawa 5. I think this is okay. Go for it. So Dimwitty is losing his mind here at the Argos sideline. Complete disarray. So, so 3rd and 3 from the Ottawa 5. A lot of confusion right now. The Argonauts seem disorganized. Now they're set. They're going to blow this one in. Argos are going for it. 3rd and 3 from the Ottawa 5-yard line. Their spread motion goes back to pass. Arbuckle going to rush this one, and he doesn't get there, you bum. They're going to push this one over. He should be across the line. He literally ran to the line. If he would have kept going, he would have scored a touchdown. Instead, he stopped dead in his tracks. He pulled up and just stopped running. So he is lucky his teammates came in from behind and shoved him forward. Arbuckle stopped short of the first down line. He completely put up his momentum to stop because he was going to get hit. If he would have dipped his shoulder, he could have taken the hit and bounced into the end zone. But instead, his teammates come up from behind. The Argos get lucky there. 1st and goal. Argos going to try and squeak this one in, and that should be in. Touchdown, Argos.
Touchdown!
Argos put this one in. Thank goodness. Holy smokes. As the Argonauts like to make things interesting, they're finally able to sneak this one in. Arbuckle running the last 4 plays himself. So he's going to rush this one 4 yards up the middle. So now it goes to 31-26. The Argonauts going to get a chance to kick this one for the extra point. Someone needs to tell Arbuckle he can't kick this one himself. They're going to go for 2 now. The Argonauts are going for 2. Arbuckle says, no, I want to keep making plays. So 2-point conversion. They're 3 for 6 on the season. Arbuckle keeps it. He's in trouble, throws it to nobody. And that's incomplete. Oh my gosh. So that was not a good play call. Again, the end of this series was nothing but not good play calls. Arbuckle rushed the last 4 in a row. This time he comes back. He was starting to rush. He pulled up to throw, and his target, Ungerer, gets knocked down in the back of the end zone. Wow. 31-26, though. The Argos back in the lead. They need to keep this one going. Yeah, Jackie, that's a big dang right there. That's a big dang. There's lots of football to play, and I understand you want to get the 2 points, but with so much football to play, I would have just taken the single. So they're going to go to 3 for 7 now on the yard in the 2-point converts. That is not a good track record when going for those 2-point converts. So we'll see what the Argos can do. As this game goes on. Right now, their defense needs to get back in here. The defense needs to hold down the fort a little bit. That has been trouble in the second and so far here in the third quarter. Blackened chicken is fired. Try it, won't credit. Oh, I love a little blackened chicken, Rob. Haven't had it for a while, but blackened chicken is delicious, especially if you get a little chicken Alfredo or a little fettuccine Alfredo with some blackened chicken on it. Oh, so good. Mega coming in with the keep it up super chat $6.99. Mega, thank you so much. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for the donos today. Helping us out, supporting the channel. The Argonauts could use some of that keep it up. They need that muscle pair guy. They need it going up. It's nice to see we're not having the same issues that we had last week with the stream. Stream is solid right now. We did make some configuration changes. Seems to be holding on. Sajel, how's it going? Welcome in, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Welcome to the party. Hope you're doing well. Mega, love it. Love it. Arbuckle's got the iPad out. He's taking a look, making sure they get everything locked down. But now it's the Argos D. The Argos defense needs to be solid. They're going to punt this one away. What an odd kick. Straight up in the air. Comes down to about the 45-yard line. is going to get taken down. Ottawa going to end up with some good field position here. Not quite sure what happened on that initial kick. Sagel, I'm doing really well, thank you. It's a beautiful Saturday here in Toronto. Sun is shining. It's hot as can be. I'm hot sitting in here with all these lights. But it's a beautiful day, and I think once this game is over, I'm going to go outside and look for some cool snacks, some cool treats. Maybe we'll go over to the community center and take a look. Go to the splash pad. Have some fun. All right. Come on, Argos defense. Let's do it up. Time to slam the door. Ottawa. Little quick outlet pass. It's deflected and knocked down. There's that good defense. Good play. Good play. Unfortunately, I do not know how to speak that language, Sagel. So I'm sorry. Good pressure. Let's go, Argonauts. Let's go. Mega says it's beautiful in Alberta. Where is everybody watching from? Where are you watching from this afternoon? 2nd and 10 here for Ottawa at their 45-yard line. Offside. Everybody's pointing at everybody. Flags are tossed. Argos are shouting at Ottawa. Ottawa's shouting at Argos. And it is going to be on Bladdock, illegal procedures. The Ottawa Redblacks are going to back it up. 2nd and 15. Trying to get this one going. Nah, Sage, if I don't know what it means, I'm not going to say it. Back to pass. Let's go. Alberta in the house. Ottawa in the house. Toronto in the house. First down, Ottawa. A nice toss. 2nd and 15. They go for it all in one shot. And a great catch at that first down marker. Achilles coming in from Denver, Colorado. Welcome in from Colorado. You guys are going to have a great hockey season coming up. Ottawa set to roll. 1st and 10 from the Toronto 54. They're going to change the play. A lot of communication on the Ottawa side of the field. Back to pass in motion, looking deep. Now pump fakes, pulls it in. Another first down and up to the 40. Already going to get that one. I like that play a lot. What happened is they snapped the ball. They came all the way back like he was going to throw that way back. He looked and then he stopped and he changed targets and went for a short yardage throw. Very, very nice play. Go Avs. Go Avs. I hope they have a much better season than they did last year, to be honest. It was a tough go for the Avs last year. Had to make some goalie changes. Ottawa back. Yeah, they're going to run it. Drew Brown to the line of scrimmage. Throws it. Knocked down. He was going to run it. He got to that line of scrimmage. He was going to cross it. Then he took a step back. Threw it, but we got a flag on the play. Flag on the play. Toronto 97, 10-yard penalty. Illegal contact. So they're going to get the first down. It'll be 1st and 10. Tough penalty to take. Moves it to the Toronto 31. So Ottawa getting set to strike again. My goodness. Guy, what's going on? Welcome in. The cowbells, you can hear the cowbells going. The drums are banging. Ottawa looking to strike. They're going to hand this one off, running it to the line of scrimmage. They don't get back. This is going to be a loss of 1, maybe 2. Hey, Jennifer, how's it going? Dallas, we had a question for you. Len, if you're still here, you can ask Dallas your question. Wi-Fi, how I missed you. Go, Argos, go. We need another big stop here. 2nd and 11. Let's get another stop. Let's get another stop. 2nd and 11. Toronto 32. Waiting to snap. Again, a lot of conversation. Ottawa reading the room, reading the play, making some adjustments. Back to snap. Good throw up. 5 yards short of the first down. Bouncing off the Argo defender. Crosses the line, and another Ottawa first down as they move those chains. Hoping the Broncos can do something this year. I've got a friend in the Argos stands today. Nice. Well, it's a beautiful day to be there at the game. Hopefully they're sitting in the shady side of the stadium. Otherwise, they're going to look like a lobster. That sun is beating down so hard. We got an injured Argonaut down on the turf, number 8. They're going to take a quick commercial break. Oh, I didn't even realize. Still had the wrong screen up. Nobody reminded me. So we got an injured Argo down on the turf, number 8. Imagine the ice cream man. So, Dallas, let me scroll back and see if I can find Len's question for you. I don't know how far back it was. I can't see it. It was something about berries. Something about berries and frozen berries for jam. Something like that. Freezer jam pectin for blueberry jam. Something like that. Oh, there he is. There you go. Len dropping the jam questions in. There we go. We'll get you the answer. Our resident baker here in the chat. I'm scoring crown and points. You're getting those points. Rob has picked up a crown. There you go. That's what it's all about. Oh, man, I haven't watched Family Guy in so long. Nor have I watched... oh my God, what is it? South Park. I haven't seen the new episodes of South Park yet either. I have to check those out. All right, let's go. Coming back, Argonauts. They inducted Nick Volpe and Chris Schultz to the all-time Argos board. So a nice job with the inductions. Freezer jam or cooked jam. Just read the directions. There it is. So, Jennifer, I used to watch The Walking Dead. I really loved the show. I really enjoyed it. Now that they have all the spin-offs going, I haven't watched some of the new spin-offs. The new South Park episodes are going. Yeah, I got to watch it. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. Ottawa's current drive. They are crushing it. They're looking to strike. Back to pass. Going deep to the end zone. Touchdown, Ottawa. Holy smokes. Is there any defense? Hello, Argonauts? Is there any defense that we can find? I'd like to know if the defense is there today. You haven't seen defense? I haven't seen defense either. All right. Should we call the authorities and put an APB out on the defense? All right. Thanks. What is going on? Double blue. Let's go. Where's the defense? 32-31. The Redblacks strike again with a beauty pass, 13 yards. Look out. Excuse me, 19 yards. Hardy makes the catch. Hardy boys are back. 32-31. And are they going to go for 2 now? Nope, yes, they're going for 2. Their second time going for 2. This time they're going to hand it off. They're going to run it up the middle, and he's going to cross the... No. Did he cross the line? He stopped short. I thought he was across the line and then pushed backwards, but we have no signal yet. Williams is standing on the line saying, no dice. No mas. The Argos are saying, no. The officials having a conversation. And the 2-point conversion is a miss. We've had 3 shots at a 2-point convert today. None of them have been successful. I think I hit my head on something because it was 22-1. That's right, Jackie. The Argonauts were leading this game 22-1 at the end of the first quarter. And then Ottawa turned on the Jets, and here we are. A 1-point lead for Ottawa, 32-31. Toronto scored 22 in the first, 3 in the second, and 6 here in the third. Ottawa scored 1 in the first, 18 in the second, and 13 here in the third. Like, this is nuts. This is football. This is CFL football. Run and gun, you never know what you're going to get. And lots for them berries. That's right. You don't want to waste those berries. Imagine you get a hot dog every... Oh, Mega, first of all, I love hot dogs. So I would be down for that. But they'd have to be like just normal, like little, I don't know, little Shopsy's dog or something. You couldn't do like a Costco dog every touchdown because those are just huge. The defense melted the ice cream. Oh, that's funny. The defense played great in the beginning, but boy, oh boy, it's disappeared here. That's for sure. A great little route just splitting through. This is why we love CFL football. Both teams are scoring touchdowns. Both teams are making big plays. No more jumping on the bed. Those Costco hot dogs are so good, though. And I will say, for those of you that are by Canada's Wonderland, if you're in Canada's Wonderland and you're looking at the falls and you go down the path to the right and all the way down right by the bridge that goes up, there is a hot dog cart there that has foot-long hot dogs. And they're pretty good. They're pretty good. All right, Ottawa's kicking this one off. Let's see what Toronto, how they're going to answer. Grant is back to receive to the 20, the 30. He's going to try to get up to the 40, and he's going to be just short. Brought down about the 35. So here we go. It's the Argos' turn to score, as this game is much like a ping pong match, as the score is flip-flopping all around. 3:33 to go here in the third quarter. A 68-yard kick with a 25-yard return. Arbuckle's going to find his way in. 222 yards, 21 for 24. He's having a decent day. I just don't like that last series, some of the play calls. So hopefully they'll get that fixed up. Hot dog carts are still a thing. What in the GTA 4 is going on here? Rob, I love that line. Back to pass. Argo's going to hand it off. McMahon going to turn the corner. He's going to run this one up. First down. Argo's up to the 50. Good speed there. Great speed there. Turn to the corner and go, go, go. That's what you got to do. Pound the turf. What in the GTA 4 is happening? What in the 8-bit universe is going on? Great run. I'm gearing up to watch favorite team, Kansas City Chiefs. Hope no heart attack there. Yeah, that was crazy. This is a great game, and thank you, Jackie. We'll have some NFL stuff coming up once it gets to the regular season. Not a big NFL preseason fan. Of course, we'll probably follow more of the Bills around since I'm a Bills guy. It's closest to Toronto, so by default it becomes my my hometown team. And the new stadium, of course, going up. It's looking great from what they've shown of it. Still a lot of work to do, but it looks great. Speaking of GTA, how is the construction come? Dallas, I've stayed so far away from the Gardner, it's not even funny. I don't think I've been south of the 401 in a long time. Back to pass. This is going to be caught. Coxie's first catch of the day, and he's going to get tripped up right by that first yard or first down marker. We'll have to see if they give it. He is the tops of the receptions, tops of the yardage for receivers, and just getting into the game now. Gotta love the Bills Mafia. A wild and crazy bunch, but they make things exciting. Back to pass, quick outlet. trying to get this one up and across. First down and more. Daniel's going to run this up, picking up some yards after reception. Argos moving the chains yet again. 1:17 to go in the third. Why do I have a feeling we're up for a crazy fourth quarter? Pizza party time. Pizza party time. Argos set at the Ottawa 34. Arbuckle back to pass, looks off one, goes to his outlet. They get it back to the line of scrimmage and haul down. Doesn't pick up more. So again, Arbuckle is looking down. He looked at one, looked at his second, didn't have either. Went for his third option, which was McMahon, just down behind the line of scrimmage, was able to pick up about one or two. So it'll be 2nd and 8 here. Argos need a big play. Got to get this one going. Let's go, Argos. Time to go to work. Arbuckle calls the play in. Mouth guard returned to the mouth. He pulled an Elway. The hot dogs they have in Newfoundland. The hot dogs in Newfoundland are just, they're not 100% beef. They're lobster. Incomplete pass. Tried to get it over to Brissett. He couldn't call that one in. Is that TD Bank North Garden? But you weren't inside, but you were by. That's cool. Gardner and Don Valley, where dreams go to die. They don't go to die there, Dallas. You just park them there. Yeah, I will have to go down later this summer. I will have to make a run downtown for business. Lobster dog, even better. All right, so we're setting up for a field goal attempt here. 3rd and 8 from the Ottawa 32 makes it a 39-yard attempt. This one is up. This should be no swole. The wind is going to blow this one wide. Hilarhu with an odd missed kick, and Ottawa going to run this one back, and Toronto going to time up and take him down. A missed kick. We got a late flag. So we got a penalty. So, wow, 32-31. They missed the field goal. They're able to run it out of the end zone, so no single point. Lyram Hilarhu, a very oddly missed field goal from well within his field goal range. Unbelievable. I'm shocked right now, absolutely shocked. As we're going to the fourth quarter, Lobster Dog. Just standing at the entrance. That's okay. You parked him for years. Yeah, when I have to go downtown, I will probably take the public transit, little GO train. That's my guess. Depends where I have to go though. Depends where I have to go. Because I don't want to have to get to Union and then, walk for half an hour, Uber or something like that. JC, what's going on, Jonathan? Hope you're doing well. I've minced lobster in the freezer. A lobster salad dog might be a thing later tonight. There you go. Well, I mean, that's pretty good, right? If you have some lobster, you just put it on a bun and put all the good stuff on it. That would be all right. I haven't had lobster in a very long time. More of a shrimp guy. Penalty for food abuse. Doing 10 months of jail bologna sandwiches. No thanks. No thanks, Rob. I'd rather go with the lobster dogs. Although both would be really bad for your cholesterol. Spaghetti dogs. Spaghetti dogs. Spaghetti and meatball dog. Joshua, what's going on, buddy? Good to see ya. Go Ottawa, go. Yeah, it was crazy. It was actually, it happened, Joshua, it was earlier this afternoon. It ended just before this game started. Edmonton with the huge upset over Montreal was wild. Hey, you Triton in the house. What's going on? 2 Canadian teams. Who do you root for? All about the Argos. All about the Argos. But boy, oh boy, Ottawa, what a game they are having. He said spaghetti tacos. He said spaghetti tacos wrong. That's right. Spaghetti tacos. I'm gonna do that. The question, Rob, you're going to do spaghetti tacos. Do you use spaghetti noodles, or you just go for the curly noodles, or do you mix it up? Because I think, you know, if you put in the small, even a penne noodle, the rigatoni might hold together, or rotini might hold together better. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, here we go. We're backing at it. Ottawa with possession. Argos going to tip it, trying to haul it down for an interception. They cannot. So 32-31. Ottawa has a 1-point lead in a game that saw Toronto up 22-1. Go with angel hair noodles. Well, you can definitely cram more of that in. Spaghetti burgers. Kind of like sloppy joes. Man, I haven't had sloppy joes in a while. I think we need to do sloppy joes. All right, Ottawa, 2nd and 10. Come on, Argos. Big stop time. Back to pass. Argos rushing in, forcing him all the way back. It's a sack-a-lack-a-lack at the 2-yard line. Huge play by the Argos. McManus with a huge sack. Wow. That was massive. Triton. No, thank you. I think Matthew can shock. We'll get the surgery and miss. Bruce, it's probably the right thing for him to do, to be honest with you. I think it would be a couple of months. I think if he did it now, he'd be back by Christmas. I think it's the right thing to do. So 3rd and 21, Ottawa's got to punt it out of their own end zone. They got to watch the upright. So Grant receives at the 50, goes almost nowhere. Now he scooches free, gets up to the 40, push backwards. So great defense by Ottawa, or I guess it would be their special teams. After the reception, they don't let him go anywhere. They tie him up. Oh boy. All right, Argonauts. Now it's time to go. They're at a commercial break here. Holy smokes. What a football game. This is madness. Yeah, Joshua, this is a huge game for these two teams. Battle for the basement in the East. Feel he should do it because he will be healthy for the playoffs. Exactly. That's kind of my thought, Bruce. You know, even if he does it now, and he needs extra time. So maybe instead of December, he comes back January or February. I think that's still, you know, much better. Listen, Florida's going to be good with or without him. So better to do it now than risk, you know, anything else or forcing him out when, you know, he could have done it voluntarily earlier. So we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be very interesting what they can do. But we are in a barn burner game here. My friend caught a t-shirt. There you go. Man, I love that. I've only caught a t-shirt once. Of all the sporting events I went to, only once have I ever caught a t-shirt. That's so cool. Insane makes you go mad. That it does. We all go a little mad sometimes. Spaghetti with angel hair pasta and garlic bread, mozzarella, grilled cheese, restaurant idea. The chocolate Whopper worked. So will this. There you go. I agree with you, Rob. I feel the NHL should make the cap adjust for each team based on their tax rates. Like, you know, that's not a bad idea, Bruce. That's not a bad idea at all. I kind of like that. Duke, what's going on? Welcome in. It is a wild and crazy game. All right, they're bringing this one back. Let's go, Argonauts. Let's go. This is so crazy. It's 22-1 was a score after the first quarter. And it has been going back and forth ever since. I'm mad at myself seeing this team's defense. And the defense has not been good. CFL, hey, it's me. Let the win by 1 point. Thanks. Stefan is trying to buy more points. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the super. We appreciate that. Stefan trying to buy more points. We'll see if it's going to work. 13 minutes to go. Arbuckle 24 for 28 today, 247 yards, 2 TDs. Yeah, Vegas as well, Tampa Bay. Yeah, there's a bunch of teams in there for sure. It would be interesting to debate that rule change. All right, Argos, 2nd and 8. Arbuckle, quick pass. Oh, not a good play call. Rushing it down, fighting for a first. He's going to get there. This should be first down, Argos. But, like, come on. Why? You're 2nd and 8, and you throw it 5 yards. Like, you got to guarantee yourself a first down. This one is going to be close. This is going to come down to the spot. Rob. Interesting. They're taking a long time to look at this, measure this one out, where they're going to figure out the spot. All right, they're going to give a no, they're going to say it was short. Argos have to squeak this one over. They're going to say they got this one. That's why you never leave it for chance. You got to go for gold. Go for gold. Sorry for coming in here. No, Bruce, no worries at all. I love the conversation. It's all good. I dream that. All right, let's go, Argos. 1st and 10 from the Ottawa 30. 11:15 to go here in quarter number 4. Arbuckle has definitely not been as strong the rest of this game as he was in the first. Short yardage throw, going to run this towards the line, and that's going to be another first down, Argos. Good job. Keep moving those chains. Keep trucking. Keep moving it along. MVP and NBA championship. Alexander was in Hamilton Thursday night. What was he doing in the Hammer? 1st and down, Ottawa 18. Arbuckle back to pass, looking again. Short yardage, pick it up, big run. Oh, why did you cut? You had the first down again. You had it. Oh, McMahon finally going to dive across the first down line. Twice he had a lane for a first down. He stopped. He turned the other way. He stopped again. Had nowhere to go and sprawls across the line. Ah, gotcha. Josh, he needs to come to the Raptors. Raptors need to bring him home. Oh, this is going to be close, Stefan. This is going to be close. 1st and goal from the Ottawa 7. Arbuckle looking. Going to throw behind the line of scrimmage. Look out. Big hit bounces off. Meidel trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Able to pick up 2 yards. 2nd and goal. So this is something for years the Argonauts have struggled with down when they get towards the goal line. Play calls have been dicey, and they're hoping to make plays, and they just haven't been happening. And this was another one. I don't know. I don't like these short yardage opportunities. Got to throw this one down into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the Ottawa 6. Major, I actually haven't heard anything about him, to be honest. He said a month ago or so he'll be good to go. He'll be 100% come camp. So that's the last we heard. So 2nd and goal from the 6. There it is. Back. Arbuckle looking. Changes, going to his left now. Running. He's in trouble. Throwing towards the end zone. Touchdown, Argos. There it is. Daniel's going to bring this one in. The Argonauts finally break the plane, and they're going to take the lead 37-32. Let's see if they can finally get an extra point. Just go for 1. You don't have to go for 2. I mean, we know that's what you want, but just take the single. Just take the single at this point. My goodness. Back and forth they go. 6-yard catch to Daniels. I believe they said that's his 3rd touchdown of the year. So we're under 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. The Argonauts have the lead, and they're going to go for 2 again. We've seen 3 2-point attempts. All 3 have failed. The Argos missed their 2-point attempt previously. Here's Arbuckle. He's going to throw this one in, and it's a nice catch. And there it is. Herslaw going to wheel it in. The Argos pick up the 2-point convert. Holy smokes. So it's a 7-point lead the Argos have now. The Argos throw this one in. It completes. And the Argos with a nice catch. The TD is in. The 2 points are in. It's a 7-point lead for the Argos. The double blue. Holy smokes, making us sweat just a little bit. But a nice play, a nice drive, and thank goodness. Gives us a little bit of breathing room. But this game is not over yet. Ottawa has been scoring and scoring and scoring some more as they go back and forth, each possession putting points on the board. So we will see. We'll see how this one is going to shape up as Ottawa is going to get the ball back. Still lots of time on the clock. You can't count anything out. If you're counting at home in terms of yards, Drew Brown is at 282 yards, Arbuckle at 288. On the reception side, Addison's still at 115. Brissett is now at 89. On the running, Standback is at 36 yards, McMahon at 30 yards. So that is pretty crazy. Cameron Judge with 4 tackles. Santos Knox with 7 total tackles on the day. Crazy. Arbuckle is 30 for 34. That's pretty good. Drew Brown, 21 for 26. Brissett, 6 receptions. Herslaw, 6 receptions for 84 yards. He's having a heck of a game. McMahon, 6 receptions for 41. Daniels, 3 for 29. Unger, 3 for 21. Grant, 2 for 10. Coxey, 1 reception, 6 yards. Meidel, 2 receptions, 6 yards. It's so weird in this game that Coxey, Meidel, and Daniels are not really getting that many touches. It's been McMahon, Herslaw, and Brissett that really have been the receivers of choice today. And it's so hard to predict because every game it is somebody different. WPG, how's it going? This is in Toronto today. Game is in BMO Field as the shade now has made its way more than 3/4 of the way across the field. On the reception, Ottawa going to run this one back just past the 35-yard line. 9:20 to go here in the 4th quarter. As Ottawa is going to have a decent return, but a lot of field in front of them to work with. Both these quarterbacks are playing some decent football. 4 touchdowns for Brown, 3 for Arbuckle. Both are coming up big time. Why can't they get those seats filled? That is a great question. It's a little deceiving today because of the sun, and it's about 100 degrees at the stadium today. So most of the fans are sitting on the camera side. So the camera side, the 1 and 200 levels are very full. The side the cameras that are pointing at, unfortunately, in the sun are very empty. So the weather definitely is making it seem a little more deceiving. Going to run this one up. Ottawa going to pound the turf, and they are going to cross that line. First down, Redblacks. But yeah, typically the Argonauts do have some trouble putting up some big numbers here at BMO Field. It's not like back in the day when they would put 30,000 in the Rogers Center. Back in the early 2000s. Let's see what they can do here. Ottawa, 1st and 10 from their own 48, rolling right, looking deep, going way deep. There's a wide open man, big catch. Oh, come on, shut the front door. Huge catch to the Toronto 20-yard line. Are you kidding? 39 yards. Where's that defense? Wow. That was absolutely crazy pants. Pimpleton with a monster catch there. Ottawa threatening now. 1st and 10 from the Toronto 23. They're going to run this up. First down and more. Down to about the 6-yard line. Ottawa prepping to score. Thomas, how's it going? Welcome in. Holy smokes. This is crazy. All right, here's the attendance right now for the Toronto Argonauts seasons. And I want just the Argonauts. Hang on, I'll keep searching through this. Gonna rush it up. Nothing doing there. Gonna be 2nd down. So let's see. Argonauts. BMO Fields. There's no way. Saturday, June 14th, they said they had almost 18,000 people. BMO Fields, week 3. Oh, week 2 was their home opener. Then week 3, they had 12,000 against Saskatchewan. We'll go through those in a minute. 2nd and goal from the 5. They're going to put it down. They're going to run it. Argonauts stop them. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Good stop there. We got some flags. Week 5 versus Hamilton. It was only 12,000 people there. So you play the Hamilton Tiger Cats on a Friday night at BMO Field and you only draw 12,000. BMO Field versus Winnipeg, 13,000. And of course, we don't have the attendance yet. But in Winnipeg, when they played in Winnipeg for week 9 last week, there were 32,000 people there. Flags on the play. Still looking, still waiting to see what this is going to be. No announcement yet. This should be 3rd and goal. Stadwin to pop a few million. Yeah. So it's on Toronto. Misconduct on Toronto. That's going to move it to 1st and goal from the Toronto 1-yard line. So they went from a 3rd and 3 situation to a 1st and goal from the 1. Yikes. So that's a bad penalty. Toronto taking some penalties you just don't want to take. So 6:13 to go. They're going to squeak this one in. No, Argos going to get the stop. Argos got the stop. So they're going to have to do this 2 more times. The biggest attendance the Argos have played in front of this year was that game against Winnipeg last week. 32,000 people in Winnipeg. That's pretty impressive. So the Argos get 1 stop. Let's see if they can do it again. Here they go, Ottawa setting up. They got some receivers going wide. It's a decoy, back to pass, delays it, waiting, and Ottawa going to push their way in. Touchdown, Redblacks. They are a 1-point convert away from tying this game up. So the question now for the Ottawa management, do they take the single or do they go for 2 to try and take the lead? Risky. You should take the single and just get 1. Yeah, with all the corporations and everything Toronto has going on, it's pretty sad. Next couple of games, once the CNE opens up in downtown Toronto and they have all the people in there, you will see more people at the football games because people are already in there. But CNE really is only open as of August 15th through Labor Day. So you're only going to get 1 or 2 weeks out of it. They are going to go for the single point. So with 5:10 left to go in this game, we are tied 39-39. Both these teams have 2-6 records. Again, we left it on the wrong screen. Nobody called it out. 39-39. So that's a great question. The CNE is the Canadian National Exhibition. So it's a big fairgrounds And when they open it up, they got like a food building where you can go get all crazy foods. They got some shows. They have some rides. It's quite the party place. It's pretty cool. So, but it's a big fairgrounds in downtown Toronto. Ishoa, how's it going? Come on, Argos. Go Argos. They got to do it. They got to do it. It's 39-39. We're all tied up now with 5 minutes or so left to go. This is going to be an interesting finish. An interesting finish to this game. What will it seat for football? I actually don't know what the BMO capacity is. Let's find out. Oh, field football. Let's see what the capacity is at BMO Field. So BMO Field has a football capacity of 25,000. It can be expanded to 40,000 for soccer matches. But the configuration for football for the Argonauts is 25,000. So they haven't had a sellout this year. They haven't even been close. So they're, it seems like they're averaging about 12,000. Now the World Cup games, when the World Cup comes to BMO Field, it is going to be expanded. So they can really maximize how many people they put in. Now I'm very curious to see how they're going to do it. But they're expecting the renovations for World Cup standards. It's going to increase capacity for the World Cup games to 45,000 people. So it'll be interesting to see, but it is this same stadium that's going to host it. Oh, the CNE. Gotcha. Hundreds of thousands. It can hold, well, maybe not hundreds, but it can hold a ton of people. 510. It's a huge fairgrounds. 39-39. The Argos going to receive at their 20. Grant going to start to run this one up. Would love him to break free, but that's not the case. The capacity. So the CNE. Oh, okay. So I was way off. Canadian National Exhibition, a large-scale event. It doesn't have a fixed capacity, but it attracts over 1.5 million visitors annually. CNE takes place. It's 192-acre grounds. So that'll give you some idea. There's a lot of people that go through there year over year. So 1.5 million people go through there over the course of about 2 weeks. CNE first held in 1879. It began as the Toronto Industrial Exhibition, showcasing advancements in agriculture industry, the arts, and overtime days. Now it's just a big fairground with rides. Oh, that's cool, Jonathan. I didn't know that's how it actually started. Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. Don't believe what you see. Go Bombers. Watson, how's it going? Welcome in. Connor, what's going on? Bombers on top. Well, right now it's all about the Argos and the Redblacks. And they are tied at 39-39. Looking to squeak this one home. 5:04 to go in the fourth quarter. They've been exchanging touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Thank you for hitting those lights. I appreciate it. They got lots of funnel cakes. Triton, they got all the crazy foods there. Last year they had ketchup and mustard ice cream, all kinds of the weird, anything deep fried, like all the weird foods. Arbuckle, back to pass, waiting, going across, first down as the ball crosses midfield. That's going to be Coxie coming in, making that reception. Again, if you are just joining us for the conclusion of this game, thank you for being here. Make sure you do hit that like button, hit that follow or subscribe, depending on where you're watching. Check out our link tree for all of our social links, or visit our website, samwelb12experience.com. We'll be live tomorrow for the conclusion of the Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers. That's going to be a good one. Canada's Wonderland is pretty good in Vaughan, up in Vaughan. Doesn't hold as many as the CNE, but I think the rides are much better. Another first down up to Unger Jr. as he's going to cross the line. Nice pass and a nice reception as the Argos move into the Ottawa territory. Yeah, so Canada's Wonderland is pretty good. Definitely the rides at Wonderland are superior to the rides at the CNE, for sure. But very different vibes. You know, the CNE has all the crazy foods and stuff. If you go to Wonderland, your foods there are kind of basic theme park foods, right? Chicken fingers, pizza, that kind of stuff. They do have a couple of restaurants that are pretty good. The Bear Lounge is pretty good. Timeout Ottawa. They're going to freeze the clock here. Oh, Jackie, you're very welcome. Thank you for the kind words. We try. John, I'm glad you're here. You're all right. That's why they have all the buildings, but they usually get used throughout the year. That's true. Home show, garden show. Yeah, they used to have the Coca-Cola Coliseum where the Marlies play. Used to be a horse stadium, especially during the CNE. They had all the horse showings, horse jumping and dressage and all that. Converted it into the hockey rink, which is pretty cool. Zach, what's going on? Welcome in. This game has been back and forth. It has been wild, Zach. Back and forth nonstop. It's the Argos' turn. 3:46 to go. First and 10 from the Ottawa 38. Going to hand this one off. They run it to the line of scrimmage. No real gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Argonauts need to pick this one up. I think most CFL franchises need to see the game experience for Bomber fans. Football just aside. The Bombers, they put on a good show, kind of off the field. I mean, that's what a lot of it is today, right? You have to put on a show. You have to make it entertaining for the fans. Because, listen, these games are long and people's attention ranges are so much shorter. Fingers typing too fast. It's okay, Jackie. I'm with you. Arbuckle looking deep again. Pump fake, going to throw this first down. Oh, he drops it. Oh, goodness. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Argos as they try to hold on to the ball, and it's knocked away. Nice, John. The catch was there. Ottawa had their arm, and Daniels couldn't reel it in and get football possession. So the Argos have a choice to make now. 3 minutes on the clock, so it's going to be the 3-minute warning. We got a challenge. So they're challenging for pass interference, and I think the Argonauts, they have to try something here. They don't want to settle for 3rd and 10. If the challenge is denied, if the challenge is declined, 3rd and 10, the Argonauts will try and get them to jump to go offside. But the problem is now you burn. If you lose a challenge, it hurts you. Oh, this is getting exciting. 10 seconds behind. I know what's going to happen. Thanks to your play. My pleasure. I'm glad I could bring the future to you before the present. Oh, man, I'm nervous. I'm nervous here. 3 minutes, tie game. We saw a tie game the other day with Hamilton and BC, and BC went to overtime. BC took the win there, which was pretty wild. It would be something to get 2 OT games in the same week if that ends up happening. I assume if this pass interference does not happen, the Argonauts are going to kick a field goal just to put some points on the board. Problem is they have not been able to stop the Ottawa rush. Ottawa has scored on almost every possession they've had since the second quarter. So this is going to be a major turning point here. They need to get something going. It's going to be exciting, though. Real exciting. 39-39, 3 minutes left to go. Wow. And we've had a couple missed field goals. You know, Liram Hiralarhu is pretty solid. I think he's only missed 3 all year. Missed a field goal. We've had a bunch of single points. Crazy. Hey, Jesse, good afternoon. Hope you're doing all right. I'm great, thank you. Let's see the call. After review, the ruling on the field stands. No pass interference. So the Argos had to take that chance, right? At this point, you're like, hey, why not? What's the worst that can happen? So Hiralarhu, who's only 1 for 2 today, he made from the 20. He missed from like the 34. Excuse me, which is unusual because he typically kicks from the like the 50. S. Brinks, what's going on? The Argos are just about to kick for a field goal. It'll be a 45-yard attempt. This one is up. Oh, it's curling right, but it's through. So the Argos field goal is a success. Makes it 42-39. So Ottawa's going to get the ball back with lots of time on the clock. So this is going to get real interesting here, folks. Real interesting. AK, what's going on? Field goal is good. Oof. So Ottawa, who has been just scoring left, right, and center on almost every possession, the Argos need a defense to stop. So we got just under 3. It's about 2.5. Wait for them to put the official time back up on the board here. But it's under 3 minutes. They're talking a little bit about Chris Schultz, who is inducted as an all-time Argo. Schultz is on there. Volpe also added to that list. Let's go. 2:50. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. A battle for the basement here as both the Argonauts are 2-6. Argos did win the first game against Ottawa. Ottawa's receivers have been really good at running the ball back. Argos going to put this one up. Haggerty. He's going to launch this one. And a pretty darn good kick all the way to the Ottawa 5. 10, 20, 30. Good run back. Finally, he gets through almost to the 40 before being taken down. So probably about the 38. So a nice run back. Ottawa's going to have some decent field position to get things started from. So they're going to start from around the 38-ish. They've had some huge passes. Entertaining, no matter the record. That's true. It has been very entertaining. And yes, way too hot. They showed earlier it feels about 100 degrees in the stadium today. So about 100 degrees. Got to stay hydrated. So Ottawa 38, 1st and 10. Ottawa's been throwing some huge passes. 321 yards for Brown, 317 for Arbuckle. Back to pass looking. And again, he's going to launch it to midfield, and it's caught, and they step out of bounds. No Argonaut is near Hardy at all. He is all alone, and he reels that one in. Come on, Argos. 19 yards before stepping out of bounds. How do you leave a man that open? You know he's going to throw. He's been throwing deep passes all game. Nobody near him. Back to pass this time. They're going to run it up the chute. They pound it about 9 yards. So a good rush up. So stand back bringing it up. They're already into the Toronto territory with 2 plays. So 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Argonauts need a huge stop here. Nope, they adjust it to 2nd and 1. They're going to run it again. No, oh, huge stop. The Argos going to stop them in their tracks. The refs are going to blow this one down. No flag, no flag, no flag, no flag. 3rd down Argos. Huge play. Huge play by the Argonauts. Wow. So it'll be 3rd down. Did they draw them back? Did they get a loss? It's going to be 3rd and 5. Big loss. 3rd and 5. That's right, AK. Huge play. 3rd and 4. So big play. Argos, you need one more. So why? The TV broadcast, they kind of screwed up the 1st down marker. Ottawa's going to throw it deep. They're going to pick this one up easily. 1st down, Ottawa. Just enough on that toss. Huge play, huge 3rd down play here for Ottawa. A lot of confusion though on the field. They're going to get 7 yards in the pass. The Argonauts defense again, after a big stop, they leave guys wide open. So 1st and 10 from the Toronto 41, 1:45 to go. 1:45, lots of time. There goes motion, the handoff. They're going to run this one up again, taking down a gain of about 3. Atta boy, going to run this one up. Casey with the tackle, with the stop. Holy smokes. The corner punt. Love those corner punts. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 42-39. The difference is 3. After all the scoring we've had, this one is crazy. 2nd and 8 from the Toronto 39. Toronto is jumpy everywhere. Now the motion, the back to pass, looking deep again. This one is caught. The Argonauts defense is caught sleeping, and it's a huge play. Another first down for Ottawa. Holy smokes. The Toronto defense is giving Ottawa everything right now. No challenges. This is crazy. A 15-yard pickup yet again. Now down to the Toronto 24. You got to stop him here, folks. 1st and 10 from the Toronto 24. 1:17 to go and counting. 1:10. Now they snap. Going to hand this one off, running it up the middle. Again, about another. Oh, he's still going. Ends up getting about 8 there. 8 or 9, depending on the spot. So it'll be 2nd and short yardage here for Ottawa. With just about a minute to go. So 2nd and 3 is what it's going to be. Watch for the deep pass. Will they try and catch them off guard? We're under a minute now. Under a minute. Argonauts are up by 3. Ottawa is pressing down at the Toronto 17. Back to pass. They're going to hand it over. They're going to run this first down and more. Argonauts can't stop an ice cream truck right now. They are pressing and pressing and pressing. They're going to score. Ottawa is going to win this game. 1st and 10 for Ottawa again. Alas, what's going on? The Argonauts need all the luck we can give them. 1st and 10 from the Toronto 11-yard line. The defense has got nothing in the tank right now. Ottawa has been picking apart the Argo defense since the 2nd quarter. They've almost been scoring at will, which is crazy. They just have not been able to stop them. Again, if you're joining us for this game, make sure to join us tomorrow afternoon for the Toronto Blue Jays and the LA Dodgers as they close out their series. Argonauts, 47 seconds, need a stop, want to stop. Big play here for the defense. Ottawa changing the play at the line. Calling an audible. Everybody getting into a new formation. Now motion. Back to pass. Here comes the rush to the end zone. Touchdown, Ottawa! For the sakes of the bad words. Are you kidding me? 45-42. Ottawa has done the unimaginable. With 41 seconds left, they've taken the lead 45-42. Toronto is in the lead 22-1. Oh, man. All right, WPG, take care. This is madness. Madness. 45-42 with 41 seconds to go. They're going to kick this single point. The Argonauts will need a touchdown now. Field goal is no good. 46-42. The Argos need a touchdown to win. 40 seconds left to go. Again, it's the Argonauts defense that has not been able to stop Ottawa here today. Hope the Argos catch up. The Argonauts make it to 50. When you put up these kind of numbers, when you put up 42 points in a game, you expect to win. I don't even want to talk to your cousin. Yeah, Jackie, this is going to be a tough one for the Argos to swallow. This is going to be a tough one to swallow for sure. Another close game that the Argonauts have blown. Unbelievable. A horrible second quarter, and they never recovered. They're going to kick this one off. Jerry and Grant, if you've ever wanted to have a big return, now would be a great time. It's not over yet. Anything can happen in the Canadian Football League. The kick is up. Grant going to catch at his 20, up to the 30. He's going to go the wrong way, and he gets pulled down at about the 40-yard line. So the Argonauts are going to have 35 seconds to go. 35 seconds. They can do it. They can make this happen. Anything is possible. Arbuckle has 317 yards today, 3 touchdowns. You put up those kind of numbers, you should win. Stefan, you've got it. You've got this one. The Argos, unbelievable. Let's see what they can do in 35 seconds. Can they make this one close? I blame the heat. Yeah, 100 degrees in the stadium today. Back to pass. Arbuckle looking deep. He's going to unload this one, running down the sideline. Intercepted. Ottawa with the interception out of bounds, and that's going to be the ball game as Ottawa comes up with the interception. Wow. Achilles, yes, I try to. Depending on scheduling. Absolutely. Unbelievable. This one is just launched. Coxie racing down the sideline. It's just overthrown, and that one is intercepted. And this game is going to go to the Ottawa Redblacks, which means Ottawa is going to pick up their 3rd win of the season. There's 27 seconds left to go. Ottawa is going to pick up their 3rd win of the season. Toronto will be solely in last place in the East, which means they're currently not in a playoff spot. Priester is telling the crowd to sit down. Arbuckle on the bench, looking at the iPad. Can we get a crazy turnover? Right? Can you imagine, Jonathan? A crazy turnover. They're just going to take a knee. They're going to run this one down. This clock is going to go. Wow. Unbelievable. They're going to go to 3-6. The Argonauts are going to fall to 2-7. Last place in the East. Only 4 points. This is a really important game. Really important game. The Argonauts in trouble here. Coming up next week for week 11, the Argonauts are going to be playing the Edmonton Elks Friday at 9 p.m. Friday at 9 p.m. Thank you for hitting that subscribe, Achilles. I appreciate it. So we will cover that one next Friday night. It's going to be a late one, but we have to. And then week 12, they play the BC Lions. So it's going to be an interesting game, but this one is in the books. Ottawa wins 46-42. If we break down these stats here real quickly, here's a summary of the game. The Argos opened up the scoring with a touchdown pass, 26 yards to Brissett, made it 7-0. A kickoff that went into the end zone. Argos get the single. It's 8-0. Ward missed the field goal, but it's down in the end zone, so it's 8-1 Argonauts. Arbuckle, a 31-yard pass to Herslew, who had a great game with the touchdown, makes it 15-1. And then Drew Brown was sacked by Judge, forced the fumble. It was returned 77-yard by Jordan Williams, made it 22-1 for the Argonauts. Things then seemed to shut off in the brains of the Toronto Argonauts defense. Sorry, Argos defense. Drew Brown completes a 6-yard pass to Lewis for a TD, made it 22-8. Then a field goal from Lewis Ward made it 22-11. Then Drew Brown completes a pass to Addison, 42 yards for the touchdown, made it 22-19. Hilarhu hit a field goal, made it 25-19 at the half. Then to start the third quarter, Brown completes a pass to Lewis, 7 yards for the touchdown to tie up the game. The extra point was missed, 25-25. Off the kickoff, it bobbled in front of Grant, ran into the end zone, and then Toronto gives up a single. It becomes 26-25 Ottawa. Arbuckle rushed a 1-yard touchdown. The 2-point convert failed, made it 31-26 Toronto. Brown then completed a pass to Hardy, 19 yards for the touchdown. The 2-point convert failed. It was 32-31 Ottawa. That was at the end of 3. Starting the fourth, Arbuckle completes a pass to Daniels for the touchdown, made it 39-32. Crum rushed a 1-yard TD, made it 39-39. Then Hilarhu, his field goal was good, made it 42-39 Argos. And as we just saw, Justin Hardy with an 8-yard reception for the TD, making it 46-42, and Ottawa takes the W. 27 first downs for Ottawa today, 24 for the Argonauts. Argos go 3 for 3 in third down efficiency. Ottawa goes 1 for 1. 467 total yards for Ottawa, made up of 373 passing, 94 rushing. For the Argonauts, 317 passing, 49 rushing yards. Remember, I said the key for the Argonauts, they should be up around 80 to 100 rushing yards. That they did not complete. They needed to, but they did it. AK, you are very, very welcome. How do you blow a 21-point lead? I know, that's crazy. Achilles sounds real good. Thank you all for watching along. Joshua, you'd think so, but I thought this game would have been an easy win. Red zone attempts 22. I heard a noise, but I didn't see anything pop up. So if I missed something, I'm sorry. Major, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Red zone attempts 5 for 5. Ottawa, that's crazy. Toronto 2 for 2. 8 penalties for Toronto, which did cost them. 5 for Ottawa. Possession, Argonauts 28-27. Redblacks 31-33. When we take a look at the individual stats before we wrap up, Drew Brown goes 26 of 31 for 373 and 5 touchdowns. Nick Arbuckle, 32 for 38, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Addison, 7 receptions, 115 yards, and a TD. Hardy, 7 for 106 and 2 TDs. Pimpleton, 3 for 62. Lewis, 5 for 51 and 2 TDs. White goes 2 for 30 and Standback 2 for 9. For the Argos, Brissett goes 6 for 89 and a TD. Herslaw, who had a great game, 6 for 84 and a TD. McMahon, 6 for 41. Ungerer, 4 for 36. Daniels, 3 for 29. Coxey goes 2 for 20. Grant, 2 for 10. Meidel, 2 for 6. LeBourne, 1 for 2. On the rushing side, Standback goes 17 carries for 84 yards. McMahon goes 6 for 30. On the defensive side, Santos Knox finishes with 7 tackles. Pickett with 6. Lamont with 5. Howell with 4. No sacks this game by Ottawa. Toronto, McMahon has 6 tackles and a sack. Milton, 5 tackles. Judge with 4, a sack and a forced fumble, which is pretty good. Slawaka, my guy, with 4 tackles himself. All in all, the Argos got out to a big lead and they could not get it done. They couldn't lock it down. What time will you be live tomorrow for the conclusion of the Jays? I believe it's scheduled for, I haven't made it public yet, but let's do that right now. We can make that public. So I've just made that stream public. So I'll have to see. Let me take a real quick peek here. I think it's 4 o'clock. What time do we schedule it for? 4:15 is what it's scheduled for. So we'll go live about 4:15. So 4:30 game time is what it will end up being. But that's going to be a real fun game tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. What I'm going to do is set up a little redirect. So once we conclude here today, it'll automatically bounce you over to that one so you can hit that reminder and hit that like early. Thank you so much for watching. RK, what's going on? Hey, no worries. Fishing. Oh, did you catch? I hope you caught something nice. Hope you caught something real nice. Thank you all for watching. Unfortunately, Argo fans, it wasn't the turnout that we expected, but this was a crazy fun game nonetheless. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for those Blue Jays game, and of course, Friday night for the Elks and the Argos, a late night one. You sent a message to your cousin. Oh, Jackie, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. We are going to say good night, even though it's the afternoon. Go have some fun. Enjoy the sun. Hopefully it cools down. And we'll see you tomorrow for some Blue Jays baseball. Take care, everybody. Thank you, mods. Thank you, members. Thank you for all. I got to thank everyone. Thank you for all the donos tonight. All the dono hype. Stefan, Mega. Appreciate you both. Thank you for everyone who's pitching in. And now I can say have a good afternoon, and we'll see you real soon. Take care, everybody.